जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे। गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to you all at 83rd SKOCH Summit, India Governance Forum, in the series State of Governance. This is the 13th conference being organized under the aegis of India Governance Forum that started in the month of May this year. We start the day with announcement of SKOCH Order of Merit semi-finalists. There are going to be 2 sessions over which the SKOCH Order of Merits are being announced. For everyone's information, the live voting will take place 5 times during the day, so kindly do look forward to it. And here we are. The first live poll is on your screens. While you participate in the live polls, let me have the pleasure of making the announcement for the semi-finalist SKOCH Order of Merit and invite Mr. S. Satyanarayana, Managing Director from Andhra Pradesh State Skill Development Corporation for Skill Development. Mr. Satyanarayana. Ms. Benita Mary Jaikar, Deputy Commissioner of Police from Delhi Police for Project Yuva. Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, sir. The experience of participating in such a event has been a very, very good learning experience, because what I wish this was happening in person, because we were all connecting to video conference. We met many of our colleagues, seniors, over many of these innovative schemes they have brought about in their own states. This has given us ideas to incorporate and schemes in our states too. So not just our own initiative, but we've learned a lot from the initiatives that my colleagues present. Thank you everyone for this opportunity, and it's been great working with all of you.
Congratulations once again. These are really encouraging words. Thank you. And now invite Mr. Harsha Vardhan Mandava, Additional Deputy Commissioner of Police, again from Delhi Police, Project E-Chitta. Do we have Mr. Mandava with us? Mr. Brijendra Kumar Yadav, Deputy Commissioner of Police from Delhi Police for Project Hawkeye.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Yadav. Congratulations to you.
Thanks, sir.
Would you like to say a few words?
Well, sir, first of all, thanks a lot. There are 2 aspects of being associated with the SKOCH. The first one was, as my batchmate Benita just mentioned, that we share the knowledge, because knowledge increases once we share it. So we also could see, learn, feel, experience as to what other professionals have been doing in their own fields, the best practices, great projects. The second aspect was the encouragement, not just to me as a person who just led with the project, but also the people who are working on the ground. जब हम काम कर रहे थे और जब इसका प्रोसेस चालू था, I was sharing this thing that we have been nominated for the SKOCH award and getting the SKOCH Order of Merit. जो आखिरी इंसान काम करता है जमीन के ऊपर, he was feeling the kind of rush, kind of motivation, encouragement. Thanks a lot for that.
Thank you. We are encouraged. Mr. Premnath, Joint Commissioner of Police from Delhi Police, Operation Cyber Prahar against cyber frauds. Mr. Nath. Mr. B.L. Suresh, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Special Police Unit for Women and Children from Delhi Police, Project Sashakti. West Bengal Student Credit Card Scheme from the Department of Higher Education, Government of West Bengal, Mr. Manish Jain, Principal Secretary. Mr. Shakil Ahmed, Joint Director of Horticulture, Department of Horticulture, Government of Karnataka, Horticulture Application for Scheme Implementation and Regulating Utilization of Funds. Mr. Vivek Chandel, Director, Department of Technical Education, Vocational and Industrial Training, Government of Himachal Pradesh for Internet Lease Lines and VC System for 70 government ITIs. Do we have Mr. Chandel with us? Mr. Prasad Vithal Loylekar, Director, Directorate of Higher Education, Government of Goa, Digital Integrated System for Holistic Teaching and Virtual Orientations. Dr. Abhay Wagh, Director, Directorate of Technical Education, Government of Maharashtra, Portal for Post-SSC Diploma and Post-HSC Diploma Admissions.
Thank you very much, sir.
Congratulations. Now I invite Mr. S.J. Haider, Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education, and Mr. M. Nagarajan, Commissioner, Higher Education, Education Department, Government of Gujarat for Innovation.
सर हैदर सर और नागराजन सर कल हमारे यहाँ वाइस प्रेसिडेंट आने वाले हैं सर. हाँ, ज्वाइन हो गए ज्वाइन.
Yeah, Mr. Nagarajan.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us here. And as you know, Gujarat has nominated many of the projects, and all of us are tied up with the Honorable Vice President visit tomorrow. So I am very happy to be part of this, and my team is also here. Concerned officers who have been hands-on with these projects will also be participating throughout this entire event, and we are thankful to SKOCH for having done the due diligence and recognizing the groundbreaking efforts that are being done by various staff officers and the teachers and professors in the higher education department. And I look forward to having a very knowledgeable session where we will be able to see other winners also. And special thanks to SKOCH for going all the way out to engage with our team and bring out the best projects. Thank you very much for having us here today.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Nagarajan, to Mr. Haider, as well as the entire team. Very well.
Yes, on behalf of Shri Haider sir, also I extend a warm gratitude to the SKOCH team.
Thank you. Mr. Nagarajan, would you be joining for the panel discussion, which is next after the inaugural?
I will try. In fact, I am on the move. I will try to join from there.
Sure, we look forward to, because such an encouraging work. We would like this to be shared with our other stakeholders.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you.
And our officers will be there to be part of this event.
Sure. The next one also goes to you for Project Amrut Nav Sarjan. There's yet another one for Mr. S.J. Haider, Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education, and Mr. M. Nagarajan, Commissioner, Higher Education, for finishing school. It's Nagarajan.
If the concerned, OSD is there, they can say a word or two about the project. महेश भाई।
जी सर, जी सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। रिस्पेक्टेड हैदर सर और रिस्पेक्टेड नागराजन सर अभी काम में व्यस्त है, तो मैं उनकी जगह पर ये आप सबको शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर स्कोच अवार्ड। सबसे पहले तो पूरे भारत वर्ष में इस प्रकार की हमारी स्किल हो या तो सभी प्रकार की जो काम की आपने इस प्रकार नोंद ली है और हमारे जो बच्चे पढ़ रहे हैं उनको एनकरेज किया है। इस प्रकार के अवार्ड से हमारे जो इनिशिएटिव है वो ज्यादा पल्लवित होंगे और पूरे गुजरात के और गुजरात के बाहर के स्टेट के भी साथ हमने जिस चीज से एमओयू की है, जैसे कि सूरत कल कर्नाटक एनआईटी के साथ हमने फिनिशिंग स्कूल का एमओयू किया है, इसी प्रकार ये फिनिशिंग स्कूल को हम पूरे भारतवर्ष में ले जाने चाहते हैं। अभी गुजरात में 70 से 1 लाख बच्चे इनमें इनका लाभ लिया है और ज्यादातर बच्चों को उस प्लेसमेंट मिला है। तो स्कोच अवार्ड प्राप्त करने के लिए ये पुनः हमने अगली साल 19 में भी लिया था, फिर से यह प्राप्त हुआ है। इसके लिए हम आभार व्यक्त करते हैं और आप पूरी स्कोच टीम का, पूरे हमारे एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट की वजह आभार और शुक्रगुजार करते हैं। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं आपको।
जी सर।
फिर से आमंत्रित करता हूं श्री एस.जे. हैदर और श्री एम. नागराजन फॉर गुजरात स्टेट इंस्टीट्यूशनल रेटिंग फ्रेमवर्क। महेश जी, आप बताएंगे इसके बारे में?
आर के शाह सर
पटेल
जी सर।
आर के शाह
सर, जैसे अभी हमारी एनईपी के लिए कंपलसरी हो गया है कि सभी को एक्रेडिटेशन और रैंकिंग में आना है। गुजरात स्टेट ने इसके लिए लीड ली है पूरे देश में और हमने हमारा खुद का ही रैंकिंग सिस्टम तैयार किया है। अभी ये रैंकिंग से जो फॉर्मेशन है उसी को काफी स्टेट फॉलो कर रहे हैं। काफी स्टेट से हमारे पास इंक्वायरी भी आ रही है कि इस टाइप का एक नेटवर्क हमें भी, फ्रेमवर्क हमें भी तैयार करके दीजिए। हमारे स्टेट में इसके बाद लोगों का NIRF में जाना बढ़ गया है, तो ऑब्वियसली हायर एजुकेशन का क्वालिटी और एक्सीलेंसी इसके साथ साथ इंक्रीज हो रहा है। तो इसको प्रमोशन करने के लिए हम स्कोच को प्रति आभार व्यक्त करते हैं। आपकी वजह से सर काफी लोगों को पता चला है कि गुजरात में एक अच्छा इनिशिएटिव काम कर रहा है और ये नॉलेज कंसोर्टियम और एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट के अंडर में काम कर रहा है। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
शुभकामनाएं। ये भी डिपार्टमेंट को जाता है, मुख्यमंत्री युवा स्वावलंबन योजना।
जी सर, ये एक यूनिक सर ऐसे तो स्कॉलरशिप के लिए काफी प्लान्स और स्कीम्स पूरे देश में है, लेकिन हमारे स्टेट में मुख्यमंत्री युवा स्वावलंबन योजना के अंतर्गत करीबन सभी स्टूडेंट को इसमें बेनिफिट दिया जाता है और 99.9% एप्लीकेशन को हम एक्सेप्ट करते हैं और उनको डायरेक्ट अकाउंट में उनका अमाउंट ट्रांसफर होता है। कुछ प्रोजेक्ट में तो 25-25 लाख रुपया स्टूडेंट के अकाउंट में यहाँ से उसका फीस ट्रांसफर होता है। तो ये हमारे सभी युवा स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बहुत ही बेनिफिशियरी प्रोग्राम है। अभी हमने जब कर्नाटक में थे तो इस प्रोग्राम के बारे में हमें काफ़ी लोगों ने इंक्वायरी की थी कि ये कैसे मैनेज किया जाता है, क्योंकि वहाँ भी ये स्कोच अवार्ड की वजह से लोगों को जानकारी मिली थी कि गुजरात में ये एक स्कीम बहुत अच्छी तरह से चल रही है और सबसे ज़्यादा सक्सेस स्कीम है सर ये। और बाकी स्टेट भी जो अभी यहाँ मुझे ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं वो इस प्रोजेक्ट को चेक करें, देखें और अपने स्टेट में भी इसको इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करें ताकि हमारे एजुकेशन में काफ़ी लोगों को बेनिफिट मिलेगा। और थैंक यू फॉर स्कॉच किसको प्रमोशन के लिए सर।
सर, इसमें एक और बात की पूर्ति भी करता हूँ महेश पटेल कि कल जो हमारे उपराष्ट्रपति जी हमारे गुजरात में आ रहे हैं और हमारा सौभाग्य है इसमें, और ये जो MYSY के बच्चे हैं उनको 7 लाख, 5 लाख, 4 लाख इस प्रकार की धनराशि के चेक उनके हाथों से प्राप्त होने वाले हैं। वो हमारे लिए और पूरे भारत के लिए और गुजरात के बच्चों के लिए सौभाग्य की घड़ी। तो इस प्रकार की सर ने बताया, आपके साथ सर ने इस प्रकार ये पूरी योजना बच्चों को मैक्सिमम 99.9% सभी को मिलने वाली ये धनराशि वाली या तो सहाय वाली योजना। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
नमस्कार एंड कांग्रेचुलेशंस।
थैंक यू सर।
Scheme for developing high quality research called SHODH. Again, Mr. Haider and Mr. Nagarajan.
जी सर। सर, शोध के बारे में हम बताएं तो गुजरात के बच्चों को सभी फैकल्टी में आर्ट्स, कॉमर्स, साइंस, BBA, बायोटेक, लॉ, एनवायरनमेंट सभी प्रकार की जो स्ट्रीम्स है हमारी
इनमें स्कीम ऑफ डेवलपिंग हाई क्वालिटी रिसर्च के लिए पूरे 2 वर्ष में 2 लाख रुपए दिए जाते हैं। प्रति मास उनको रिसर्च करने के लिए 15,000 रुपये दिए जाते हैं और वो पूर्ति के लिए 20,000 और कुल मिला के 2 साल में 2 लाख रुपए बच्चों को दिया जाता है। और इसी प्रकार अगली साल 9,091 और इस साल भी करीबन 9,031 इतने बच्चों को राज्य सरकार ने इस प्रकार की हाई क्वालिटी रिसर्च करने के लिए अच्छी तरह से उनको प्रोत्साहन दिया है, इस प्रकार का सहाय की है, स्कॉलरशिप की है और इसीलिए हमने उसका नाम ही शोध रखा है, क्योंकि वैसे भी पीएचडी में संशोधन ही महत्वपूर्ण है। और हमारी एनईपी 2020 में भी संशोधन को ज्यादातर उनको महत्व दिया गया है। तो इस प्रकार बच्चे तैयार हो और संशोधन करने वाले बच्चों को सभी प्रकार की सहाय और इक्विपमेंट भी प्राप्त हो जाए, इसीलिए सबको इस प्रकार की सहाय राज्य सरकार से दी जाती है। धन्यवाद सर, नमस्कार।
शुभकामनाएं फिर एक बार।
जी सर।
उद्यम ऑनलाइन लर्निंग फॉर एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गुजरात, Mr. Haider and Mr. Nagarajan.
Yeah, thank you very much. Anyone from the Udayam team here? Hello.
सर दिखता नहीं है कुछ।
Anyone from the Udayam team?
No sir.
Anyway, this is a very path-breaking initiative. During the COVID time, we were forced to go online, not just for teaching, learning, but also for administrative activities. So we created a statewide platform where all educational stakeholders, including government, grantee aid, and private and government universities and department, everyone come together and their operations are seamlessly integrated. We are still building new modules and integrations for various schemes, but by and large, all teachers have joined this program and all the officers. So we have single sign-on and a single platform for everyone to conduct various activities, training, and various schemes, projects are also implemented through this. This has improved transparency and reduced the paperless work, and also has increased and online processing is happening. And system-wide, there is an improvement in productivity, which is what is Udayam online learning and platform. Thank you very much for recognizing this.
Congratulations. Opportunities through proficiency in English. Society for Creation of Opportunities through Proficiency in English, SKOCH, Education Department. Once again, Government of Gujarat, Mr. S.J. Haider, who is also Chairperson SKOCH, and Mr. M. Nagarajan, who is the Chief Executive Officer.
Anybody from SKOCH team, Mansi? I think this is a SKOCH is a very dedicated organization which is working to impart English proficiency skills for college students so that they become job ready. Are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Please explain about SKOCH in 1 minute.
Yes, sir. First of all, I am very much grateful to SKOCH Award, and I would like to convey my heartfelt thanks to Honorable PS Higher and Technical Education Header, sir, and M. Nagarajan, sir, Commissioner of Higher Education. I would like to extend my gratitude to the entire education department, and this is an initiative, brainchild of our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. When he was Chief Minister of Gujarat, he established Society for Creation of Opportunities to Proficiency in English in 2007, with the aim of ensuring that there is no lack of English proficiency among the youth of Gujarat. Hence, we are promoting English. We are strengthening the youth of Gujarat, where they can have all the 4 skills: listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Project Impact, integrated module of placement, apprenticeship cum training, Gujarat Knowledge Society. Mr. S.J. Haider and Mr. G.T. Pandya, Director Technical Education. Anybody from Ms. Pandya's team?
सर एक्चुअली हमारे काफ़ी सारे ऑफिसर ये जो हमारे कल का प्रोग्राम है, उपराष्ट्रपति यहाँ आ रहे हैं तो उसमें बिजी है, इसलिए शायद वो
जी
आपके साथ जुड़ नहीं पाए हैं, जस्ट एक वेट करते हैं 2-3 सेकंड के लिए।
The next one also goes to Gujarat Knowledge Society, Student Startup and Innovation Policy. शाह साहब आप रिकॉग्नाइज कर सकते हैं उनके बिहाफ पे, आप म्यूट हैं जी।
हाँ सर, ये भी SSI का जो हमारा प्रोग्राम है सर, है नागराजन सर शायद है उसमें।
Yeah. So this SSIP policy, Student Startup and Innovation, here we aim to promote entrepreneurship culture and also mindset in the youth when they are in college itself, making them a job creator instead of a job seeker. The biggest impact has been that in last 5 years, more than 6,000 ideas of students have been funded, 800 patents have been filed, and more than 200 viable startups are there in the market, and many of them are doing turnover in the crores. So this policy has enabled an innovation environment within the college, and now it is being expanded to higher education, non-technical institutions like arts, science and commerce students also. So this is a very impactful project for creating a future generation which is very entrepreneurial. And this year, this time, the policy outlay has been increased by 5 times from 100 crore to 500 crore. And it is one of the very policy which is in focus and priority of Government of Gujarat.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Knowledge Consortium of Gujarat, Geographic Education Mapping of Higher Education. Mr. S.J. Haider, along with Mr. R.K. Shah, Director, Knowledge Consortium of Gujarat. Mr. Shah.
And first, thank you for recognizing this portal for SKOCH Award. सर, ये जियोग्राफिकल मैपिंग हमारी सारी इंस्टीट्यूट का जियोग्राफिकल मैपिंग किया गया है और उसके साथ साथ उसका टोटल डेटा उसके साथ अटैच किया गया है। एक यूनिक प्रोग्राम है जो ये ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म पे अवेलेबल है, पब्लिक डोमेन में हमने रखा हुआ है और मैं आपका शुक्रिया करता हूं इसलिए कि इस प्रोग्राम को यहाँ पर स्कॉच पे हमने रखा इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे, तो उस वजह से काफ़ी स्टेट को इसका पता चला है। तो आज इसके लिए जम्मू कश्मीर में प्रोसेस चालू है। आज उत्तर प्रदेश से भी प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी साहब का कांटेक्ट किया था उन्होंने कि ये सेम चीज़ हमारे यहाँ भी करनी है। तमिलनाडु में हम यहाँ से गाइडेंस कर रहे हैं कि किस तरह से इस पोर्टल को करेंगे, पर आपके पोर्टल, आपके प्लेटफॉर्म से हमारे बहुत सारे बच्चों को, इसके जितने भी स्टेक होल्डर है, पेरेंट्स है, गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स है और बाकी स्टेट को बहुत बेनिफिट मिला है। मैं आपको दिल से प्रणाम करता हूँ इसके लिए और इस अवार्ड के लिए आपने हमें पसंद किया, उसके लिए थैंक यू करता हूँ।
बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
राष्ट्रीय उच्चतर शिक्षा अभियान, Mr. S.J. Haider, along with Dr. Yogesh Yadav, State Nodal Officer, RUSA.
A very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I am very thankful to SKOCH team for providing this wonderful opportunity, and I am also very thankful to our Honorable S.J. Haider sir, Principal Secretary Higher and Technical Education, who is also State Project Directorate, and I am also very much thankful for M. Nagarajan sir, Commissioner of Higher Education, who has provided a visionary part to implement this Rashtriya Uच्चतर Shiksha Abhiyan among all the institutes. Basically, the Rashtriya Uच्चतर Shiksha Abhiyan is providing the strategic funding for equity, access and quality in the higher educations, and we have utilized more than 464 crore rupees for the benefits of the Gujarat state, students of the Gujarat state under the visionary under the vision of our Honorable Nagarajan sir and Haider sir. Thanks for providing this opportunity, and wish you all the best to all the participants, and thank you very much for this thing.
Congratulations. I now invite Mr. Mahesh Chandra Sharma, Managing Director, Rajasthan State Warehousing Corporation, for warehousing.
Good afternoon, Dr. Gurusaranji and everyone present. First of all, I would like to thank the SKOCH team for recognizing the initiatives and best practices of RSWC also, where the profits have been in actual transfer to the society at large. Sir, I would like to, in brief, describe about the opening remarks and some issues which we were facing earlier. Rajasthan State Warehousing Corporation is a statutory corporation of Government of Rajasthan that was created under the Warehouse Corporation Act 1962 of Government of India. And in last 60 years, sir, we were facing major challenges. Some of these were redundant processes and rising labor cost, quality control and stress management. So the challenges resulted in high expenditure, some tough operational management and shortage of trained manpower, etc. After that, sir, NABARD and NAPCONs conducted a gap analysis for NABARD of available warehousing capacity in the state, and the report concluded that the state would require some additional warehousing capacity. So the problems we were facing mainly were, sir, the traditional style of warehousing construction, which had limitation of its own, like we were not able to create more than 2,250 metric ton warehouse at one place, and the shelf life of that warehouse itself was 25 to 30 years only. And some of the other problems were that the warehousing operations were become challenging day by day because of the large number of employees and acute shortage of professional manpower, and of course the inefficient administration and technical limitation of construction and low profits by which we were struggling so far. So then the turnaround story, we adopted some of the best practices. We adopted some of the initiatives like RSWC Rajasthan Warehousing Corporation adopted a model for efficient, trained and professional workforce through PPP model, where we introduced this PPP model with share in revenue with the private partners. This unique model, sir, in warehousing was conceived, and all the managerial operations were outsourced, keeping only supervisory controls with Rajasthan State Warehousing Corporation by posting one warehouse manager in each warehouse. The rest of the manpower and the other operations are being conducted by the PPP partner. And this model has been studied and adopted in various states of the country so far. This model where we outsource and engage the private organizations have also helped us in providing value-added services like waivers, commodity funding, etc. also. Then, in place of traditional brick and mortar structure, we introduced prefabricated steel structures. And the third one is that presently all my 93 warehouse locations are geotagged and they are fulfilling WDRA standards. So the outcome by taking these initiatives are really good. That where the earlier capacity was 7.62 lakh metric ton in Rajasthan before 5-7 years, now we are around 16 lakh metric ton as of now. So we have created additional storage capacity, of course, catering the food security of the state. Then prefabricated steel structure, which we have now used, has resulted in optimum utilization of space with a shelf life of warehouse of around 100 years or more than 100 years. This was around 25 years earlier. And this geotagging leads to easily finding the availability of the storage place. And the new interventions have resulted in large revenues, which is also very evident that in the last 3 years, we have been constantly earning the revenue of around more than 100 CR, that is profit before tax.
Well, it's been a great achievement, Mr. Sharma, I must add. And I congratulate you as well as the entire team at RSWC for having achieved this feat. Congratulations once again. Mr. Ravindranath K. Sugur, Director and Principal Chief Conservator of Forests from Gujarat Ecological Education and Research Foundation for Development of Climate Resilient Society for Vulnerable Communities of Kutch District.
Namaskar everybody. Due to some last moment meeting with Minister Sir, My director, Shri R.K. Sugur sir, could not be present in this event. On behalf of my director and GEAR Foundation, I want to thank SKOCH for recognizing the efforts which we have made to develop a Gujarat model for climate resilient society for natural resource development, natural resource dependent community in Kutch district. As we all know, Kutch is climatically and seismically very vulnerable district, and it is the one of the largest district in India. We have worked to develop we have worked for them to enhance the adaptive capacity for this natural resource dependent community. Those are the most vulnerable community in the state, and we have done almost 12 interventions, ecosystem based adaptations and community based adaptation, and we have also gone for capacity building and knowledge management activities in that particular area. I want to extend my gratitude to MOF-CC, Ministry of Environment and Forestry and Climate Change, as well as NABARD and State Climate Change Department for giving us this work and to helping us to complete this work. I want to thank SKOCH once again for recognizing the efforts. Thank you so very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dr. Sandeep Kumar, Conservator of Forest from Rajkot, Gujarat Forest Department. Grassland of Saurashtra, a success story of Junagadh Circle.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ayush Verma. My immediate boss, Mr. Shri Sandeep Kumar sir, he could not attend it owing to some inevitable engagements. But nonetheless, he has acknowledged and he is thankful to his SKOCH organization for recognizing the efforts. Just since I had been a part of that field team in that project. So from my personal experience, I should say that grasslands, they are not just, they are not something which lie between the forest and the plains. They are not a transition. Rather, they are an ecosystem in themselves, and they are the perfect habitats for the umbrella species which is lion. So once again, on behalf of Shri Sandeep Kumar sir, I thank the SKOCH organization for recognizing this effort. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations to all of you. Mr. Sanjay Kumar Srivastava, Additional Principal Chief Conservator of Forests from Gujarat Forest Department, Project Karuna Abhiyan.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And I thank SKOCH for recognizing the effort by Forest Department. Karuna Abhiyan is basically a 10-day program taken around Uttarayan, that is 14th January. In this, lots and lots of birds get injured. Through this Abhiyan, we basically try to capture those birds and try to treat them and then release them. This year, that is year 2022, we have been able to save more than 14,000 birds with this. I also thank SKOCH on behalf of all the volunteers, doctors, animal husbandry department, the people and the police people who have helped us in this. And if this program or if this Karuna Abhiyan gets to the final it gets finally awarded, then it will be a tribute to the efforts of thousands and thousands of volunteers who have been working for this program for so many years without anything, without expecting anything in return. So it will be nothing but a recognition for their efforts. And in the last, I again thank you, SKOCH, for recognizing this. This is wonderful experience. Thank you.
It's a great initiative. Nobody actually pays any attention to
yes.
birds. And, it's a great contribution that has been made by you under Karuna Abhiyan. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Mr. Ayush Verma, Deputy Conservator of Forest from Bhotad, Patrolling Plan for GEAR, Gujarat Forest Department. Mr. Verma, you are muted.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for the introduction. First and foremost, I heartily thank the SKOCH organization for exhibiting my project titled Patrolling Plan for GEAR, documented in the form of a book. And it is Germain to mention that this is not a coffee table book, neither is it a treasure trove on the tales of majestic lion. Rather, it is a living, real-time under-implementation plan of action, which has laid, I believe, a solid edifice for effective patrolling and vigilance in Gir landscape. It lays down a blueprint to institutionalize patrolling and an extensive map work along with real-time KML files, which are prepared for the entire Gir National Park, much of the Gir Sanctuary area, and even the adjacent revenue. It has dealt at length with systematic execution of patrolling activities based on vital questions of what, why, when, and how an activity is to be performed. So the key innovations include identification of the sensitive patches and spots in Gir landscape buttressed by a vigorous fieldwork that augurs best in anticipation and prevention of the human-wildlife conflict. Then an elaborate mapping of existing patrolling infrastructure within forest and adjacent revenue land, along with demarcation of patrolling routes that vividly crisscross these sensitive patches was done. An emphasization, and importantly so, on the community outreach, their involvement and their sensitization was made, along with the collaboration with other departments like police, PGVCL, and mines, etc., all for a pious cause, that is to protect and serve forest and wildlife of Gir, with umbrella species Asiatic lion at the core. Finally, I feel immensely satisfied that it is not merely an institutional memory. Rather, it is a ready reckoner of tailor-made solutions curated for Gir, which at the same time can be very well emulated in all the national park and wildlife sanctuaries for protection, monitoring, patrolling, and vigilance. In the end, I dedicate this project and the book that encapsulates this project to the women and men in khakis. The women and men in khakis, that is my forest staff, veritable green avengers, who remain more often than not the unsung heroes committed to a higher cause, that is the cause of Mother Nature. Thank you very much for the patient listening. And thank you again, this entire SKOCH team, for recognizing this effort.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Mr. Puneet Nair, Deputy Conservator of Forest from Surat, Gujarat Forest Department for Visdalia model.
First of all, I would like to thank the SKOCH team for recognizing our this ground initiative. So talking about Visdalia, so Visdalia, has been a great journey because it's a unique model in which we use the the power of convergence to bring the change in the lives of tribal communities, forest-dependent communities, and I'm happy to share that lives of more than 4,000 families have been impacted by this. We have been carrying out more than 25 different kind of activities and following a satellite cluster model as well. And talking about its success, so this model has already been recognized by the government of Gujarat and and started being replicated in 4 other major districts which have the more tribal dependent communities, and also the efforts have been recognized by the government of India as well. So what we did was that whatever the traditional skill they were having, we just helped them, and with the training and with the help of local resources, we made them self-dependent. We formed a cooperative out of it, and it's a totally community-run initiative, and with the profitability. So by that ways, this Visdalia model has been a success and a great journey so far. I thanks once again the SKOCH team for recognizing our efforts. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Ms. Bhargavi Dave, Managing Director, Gujarat Livelihood Promotion Company Limited for livelihood generation and marketing of rural products.
Namaskar. I would like to thank SKOCH, and not only me, but my team of nearly 1,000 people and more than 12,000 women. They thank SKOCH for selecting us for this award. So it's a small step in the world of the internet and in the world of the social media, but it's a leap forward for the rural India. So I used to tell when Neil Armstrong put his foot on the moon, one journalist had asked him how do you feel? So he said it's a small step for me, but it's a leap forward for human beings. So that is the same case here. So it's a journey. It has been started in the last week of March, and still it is going on because still we are making different kind of videos. we have posted nearly 1,100 videos. With these videos, they are showing the product made by the women's self-help group. We call it Sakhimandan in Gujarat. So it has enhanced their confidence. Not only their confidence, but it has enhanced their digital literacy also, and their presence on the social media and their product sale also. So it's really a big step for them, and it's a community initiative, if I say. And it is totally an in-house product made by our own cluster coordinator as well as the women's self-help group. So it has it has developed the self-confidence of the women. When my women, they say, please like my channel, share it and subscribe it. Then if I also feel proud of them. Because in this world, they are too small. These are the rural women. They are either staying in the tribal area or maybe a hilly area or in a rural area, where they don't have access to this kind of they have not even thought of this. So nowadays, they are even thinking of having an online platform and their own store. We are also developing their online store also. So it has boosted their confidence, and in this journey, they learn how to do the online marketing. And after COVID, the customer is inclined for the online marketing, so they have also get the benefit of all this.
That's
situation.
really nice, Gaveji, because the kind of work that GLPC has done over many years, and particularly now when you have provided the livelihood generation by providing marketing, the forward linkages, market linkages in the rural products. I mean, that's a great effort and a great contribution to the women within the society.
Sir, you are not audible, sir.
So that's a great contribution, as I said, you have made to the livelihood generation, as well as providing market linkages to these women who otherwise had no voice. So congratulations to you and the entire.
Thanks a lot, sir. And I thank you on behalf of all the women, and they also say thanks to me. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I invite Mr. Kalpesh with Lani, General Manager from Gujarat Maritime Board, Port Operation Management System.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Myself, Chirag Kaji, on behalf of Mr. Kalpesh Lani. I am due to some reason he is not attending today. Thanks to the SKOCH team to consider POMS as a semi-finalist. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Nusrat Gul, Secretary, Jammu and Kashmir Sports Council, My Youth, My Pride. हर दिन खेल, हर एक के लिए खेल, आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव.
And it is an immense pleasure to be associated with the team of SKOCH Awards, and it was a great learning experience for all of us. Seeing the developmental work of other states and other panelists and other finalists, for me personally and my team, we had a lot of learning. Vis-a-vis My Youth, My Pride, this is a program designed for involvement of youth from all the segments of the society, from rural, tribal, underprivileged society children, so that they can participate in games. It's pertinent to mention 2 years back, the participation level of the athletes was 1 lakh. Last year alone, the department has completed 17.5 lakh youth in different games. This year, target was set by Honorable Prime Minister Sir itself in the Pali, Samba, Jammu. 5 lakh of youth in different games, community programs, national games, national level competitions, and right now will be a thrilling experience. Every district has now indoor stadiums, cricket fields, pitches, equipment is being given, and people from all walks of life are encouraged to participate in the games, because right now J&K government is ensuring that the sports becomes the community program. It should be seen as an alternative to drugs and other antisocial activities post-COVID and post-370 situation in J&K. And Alhamdulillah, right now we have already crossed 70 lakh youth. And by end of this financial year, the target of 35 lakh youth participation in games and other community programs related to sports will be achieved. Once again, thanks for your patience and thanks for giving us a chance to be part of this. Thank you so much, sir.
Congratulations. Maharashtra Forest Department, Mr. Narendra Gopinath Chandawar, Assistant Conservator of Forest for Wildlife Poaching and Smuggling, Raid and Seize Wildlife Parts.
सर सभी को नमस्कार. मैं नरेंद्र गोपीनाथ चांदेवर, असिस्टेंट कंजर्वेटर ऑफ फॉरेस्ट नागपुर डिवीजन. मैं स्कॉच ग्रुप को एक धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि जिन्होंने मुझे ये प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाके ये जो हमारा वाइल्ड लाइफ कोचिंग एंटी स्मगलिंग का जो प्रोग्राम है उसको आप यहाँ पर प्लेटफॉर्म देने के लिए थैंक यू. सर ये जो इनिशिएटिव है एक्चुअली प्रोजेक्ट के जैसे ही हमने इसको इनिशिएटिव शुरू किया है और अभी हमारे जैसे 24 रेड्स हो चुके हैं और उसमें से नियर अबाउट 130 इतने एक्यूज को हमने अभी अरेस्ट किया है और जिसका स्टेपिंग अप जो है एनवायरमेंट एक्ट से और जो अपना वाइल्ड लाइफ एक्ट है उसकी तरह से. तो इसलिए मैं हमारे जो फॉरेस्ट सेक्रेटरी रजिस्टर जो है पीसीसीएफ ऑफ वाइल्ड बी राव सर, उसके बाद हमारे सीसीएफ नाइकरे सर और डीसीएफ हरा सर का मैं ये करता हूँ कि उन्होंने हमको एंकरेज किया. और स्कॉच ग्रुप का भी मैं यहाँ पर फिर से धन्यवाद दूंगा कि हमारी जो टीम है ये एंटी कोचिंग का और एंटी स्मगलिंग का जो हमने टीम बनाया है जो यहाँ पर वर्क कर रहा है और जिन्होंने एक अच्छा सा काम करके अभी तक जितना भी हमने स्मगलर्स को अरेस्ट किया है एक नेशनल लेवल तक हम इसको ले गए हैं. तो यहाँ पर हम आप सभी का धन्यवाद कहते हैं.
Congratulations.
थैंक यू. थैंक यू.
Mr. R. Senthil Kumaran, Deputy Conservator of Forest, Marine National Park, Forest Department, Government of Gujarat for translocation and rehabilitation of true corals.
Good afternoon, one and all. I'm representing Sri Senthil Kumaran, IFS DC of Marine National Park, Jamnagar. So I thank the SKOCH to acknowledge and recognize our work on behalf of the Marine National Park and Gujarat Forest Department. This means a lot for us to implement such a new kind of initiative for the conservation of the natural heritage of our nation, as well as being a role model for the conservation of the whole India's natural heritage. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank
once
you.
again. The next
Thank
one also goes to Mr. Senthil Kumaran for restoration of reefs using electricity.
Yes, I also thank you for the SKOCH for the same. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Miss A. Sri Lakshmi, Conservator of Forest and Field Director, Painch Tiger Reserve. Climate resilience building and livelihood promotion through development of bioreserve forest areas on degraded forest land.
Hello everyone, myself Sri Lakshmi. First and foremost, I would like to thank you, SKOCH, for recognizing our effort. This is a 5-year project, which is in the middle of the project we are in. It is basically an eco-restoration model where we're converting the concrete forest into natural forest, very much suitable for the tigers. So this is first of its kind in the tiger reserves of the country, and it will be a role model wherein nearly 40 hectares of meadows are being developed in the 272 hectares of degraded area, along with the livelihood for the people. And this will be a role model for wherever the relocation of the villages are going to take place in the tiger reserves, and which can be converted into a habitat, basically a good eco-restoration model. And I would like to put on note of thanks to Sri Venugopal Reddy sir, our secretary sir, and all the seniors who supported us, and Mr. Ravikaran Govekar, my predecessor, who did this work, and my ground staff and my team, Mr. Atul Devkar, Mr. Shukla, and Mr. Kate, and the project coordinator, Mr. Vasisji, and again our funding agency NABARD for giving us such an important objective and work to do. Thank you one and all. Thanks for recognizing this work, and this is one of its kind in the country, and I wish that we'll reach to the other level also. Thank you, SKOCH Group, for recognizing our work. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Dr. Virendra Sharma, State Project Director, Samagra Shiksha, Government of Himachal Pradesh for e-Samvad. Dr. Sharma. Dr. Sharma, are you with us?
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Okay. We on the behalf of Samagra Shiksha, we thank the SKOCH team for this recognition, and eSamvad in itself has been sort of a remarkable product in improving the education delivery for the state, and we hope to keep working towards it in the coming future as well. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. The next one also goes to Samagra Shiksha, Government of Himachal Pradesh. Digital Sathi, Dr. Sharma.
Again, thanking the SKOCH team for this recognition, sir. And so Digital Sathi in itself was one of the first initiative in the country where basically the government department launched a voluntary phone donation campaign to improve or solve for the problem for digital access to a lot of children in the state during the pandemic period and provide them access to online education. And I hope that this example through your platform would be sort of an platform for replication for other states as well going forward. So thank you for the recognition, sir.
Congratulations once again. Utsa Shri, School Education Department, Government of West Bengal. Mr. Debasi Sarkar, Joint Director.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you, sir. We thank very much this SKOCH group for giving us this recognition. So basically, these Ucha seats, it has been initiated as a part of the e-governance initiative of the state government. This is basically our HRMS database of all the teaching and non-teaching staff of schools under the school education department. And we have provided the facilities for transfer of employees through this portal. And as you know, this is completely free of human intervention, and it is based on some logic and the algorithms. And till now, it has been launched just last year. And during this 1 year, we have effected more than 30,000 transfer of teaching and non-teaching employees through this portal. So we look forward to bring this Uchshasri portal to the next level. And once again, we thank SKOCH Group for recognizing this effort, and we look forward to be part of this SKOCH Group in future also. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Mr. Vivek Kumar, Additional Secretary, Department of Forests, Government of West Bengal. Joint Forest Management, a People's Movement. So this brings us to the end of the announcement of the first round of SKOCH Order of Merit.
So my sincere thanks to entire SKOCH team and congratulations to all the shortlisted projects. I will speak briefly about this Joint Forest Management, a People's Movement in Bengal. It was the first project in India which allowed the direct involvement of forest fringe population in the management as well as protection of forests. It involved grassroots level people in the planning process for the management of forests and ensured the sustainable use of forest resources to meet local needs while ensuring environmental sustainability. There are 4,465 JFMCs in West Bengal with more than 5,35,000 families which are involved in managing and protecting 6,38,000 hectares of forest land. 56% of these 5 lakh plus families belong to SC and ST category. Before the concept of joint forest management was introduced in West Bengal, there was mistrust and direct conflict between the forest staff and the local people, which led to the regeneration of sal forest in South Bengal and loss of fertile topsoil. As per the latest government resolution of the government of West Bengal, the JFMC members now get 40% of the net sale produce from the clear filing in South Bengal and 25% in North Bengal. 40% of the all government receipts from the ecotourism activities are also given to the JFMC members. In the last 10 years, more than 300 crore rupees have been distributed to JFMC members under this scheme. Besides, the JFMC members also get knobs and tops and thinning and silvicultural produce free of cost to meet their fuel grid requirements. Besides, free collection of non-timber forest produce such as sal and tendu leaves, medicinal plants, mushroom, etc. is also allowed free from forest areas. In this project, the people's active participation at the grassroots level in forest management has been ensured. The sale of forest produce takes place through a transparent MIS platform of e-auction. Use of technology in the management such as GIS-based hook marking and mechanized harvesting is being done. Direct benefit transfer to the bank accounts of JFMCs is being done. The positive outcomes of this project
Mr. Singhal,
have been that the green cover of the West Bengal
at this moment
has increased.
We will have another opportunity to interact with you during the inaugural session. So you have talked about the project. We very well appreciate and understand. And while
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
The green cover of West Bengal has increased from 17.27% in 2011 to 21.61% in 2021. In 10 years, we have gone from 17% to 21.6% as per the latest Forest Survey of India reports. The cooperation from JFMCs has resulted in zero revenge killing of wildlife since 2006 in human-wildlife conflict situations. Creation of 6,000 hectares of coastal shelter belt plantations with 20 crore mangrove species has been done in 3 coastal districts of West Bengal during the past 2 years after Amphan and Yas super cyclones. Forest fire incidents have been reduced to a great extent with the help of JFMC members. And for the future plans, we have plans to register JFMCs as societies so that they may receive funds from other agencies other than the Forest Department. To develop a proper mechanism for getting CSR funds from corporate houses for development of JFMCs, to institutionalize proper linkages with industries for developing better technology for collection and packaging of anti-FPs like medicinal plants, sal and moba seeds. Then we plan to integrate JFMCs with state skill development schemes for self-employment training programs. Then we have also plans for third-party.
May I interrupt at this moment in the interest of time?
So I conclude
may I request you to,
Okay, I conclude my initial remarks here, and thanks for patient listening, and thanks again to SKOCH team for helping us at every stage while we were submitting this proposal.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Singhal, for joining us. And in fact, in the next session, we will have another opportunity to listen to you. So we look forward. Well, thank you so much for joining this session of the first round of SKOCH Order of Merit, and welcome back to the inaugural session. Jury is still out on whether India can return to its old miracle economy status of sustained 7% GDP growth. The recent projections by the World Bank do not suggest this. It also says that a large number of Indians have slid into poverty in 2020. On the other hand, unemployment has also peaked and is at all-time high. Clearly, the haters between the haves and the have-nots have widened. One indicator could be the automobile sector. The car sales have zoomed like never before, while the two-wheeler sales have been ebbed. There is a flip side, the optimists who believe that India's performance will stand out as being the strongest, and the cumulative impact of the supply side reforms over as many years of Modi government has made the economy flexible and resilient than what it used to be. RBI indeed is doing its best towards inflation targeting, keeping it at around 7% or so, expecting it to be lowered in coming months. On the governance side, digitalization has improved the delivery of governance dramatically. The citizens report receiving benefits with minimum leakages and delays. There is all-round improvement across several sectors. Performers have become well performers, laggards have started moving. At Scotch, year on year, we carry out project level assessment based on outcomes, and we find that there are tremendous improvements across the country. With this, I welcome you all once again and introduce our speakers during the inaugural session. We have Mr. Neeraj Singhal, Principal Chief Conservator of Forests and Managing Director, West Bengal Forest Development Corporation. He is an Indian Forest Services Officer of the West Bengal cadre. Has been extensively working on areas like conservation of wetlands and water bodies, coastal regulation, water resources, and environmental clearances. He was member secretary of the State Environmental Impact Assessment Authority and State Coastal Regulation Zone Management Authority, among several others. I welcome Mr. Kumar Vineet, Managing Director and Special Secretary, Uttar Pradesh Development Systems Corporation Limited, UPDESCO. He is a recipient of SKOCH Award and who has worked on an integrated governance redressal system in the state and developed it from scratch and successfully implemented it and scaled. He has guided several projects, including e-tendering, created an ecosystem for startups, and worked extensively on electronics manufacturing policy in the state. Welcome, gentlemen, once again. And I now invite Mr. Kumar Vineet for his 10 minutes comments.
Thank you, Dr. Bhusharan. Thanks, Scotch, for inviting me over here again. Well, as you said about the, should I say, the division of the World Economics Watchers about the Indian economy, that we are going to be slightly resilient, but I have a different opinion on this altogether. We have sailed through this entire process of COVID-19 in a very beautiful way, where our economy has come up to a certain extent, has flown down, it has existed, and it is going to stay. So, God forbid, I would really be very keen to understand after 1 year that maybe so many analytics or whatever they are we are going to prove them wrong. Well, as we say about the, as we move around with the Honorable Prime Minister coming up with this one of his brilliant ideas of 5 trillion economy, Honorable Uttar Pradesh, Honorable CM of Uttar Pradesh has also come up with the same idea that yes, we should have our own concept of contributing it to a 1 trillion economy. This would be 1 trillion economy. We have already got into the mindset. We have already started working on it. Our consultants are there in place. The discussions have already started. We are already targeting a global summit again in January, where we are targeting at least 10 lakh crores of investment in Uttar Pradesh. So to build up this entire concept of what should I say, economic booster. Now, in each and every field of development that we have all around, you can easily find that IT has got a strong presence. Be it agriculture, be it marketing, be it what name the field, and you have information technology over there. So in Uttar Pradesh also, we are trying to envisage the same concept where we can have an infrastructure development all around. And that infrastructure development has to be in such a way that this entire concept is in tandem and in equilibrium and in pace with what the central government is also pursuing. So, in pursuant to the vision that we had shared in May in Gujarat, Honorable Prime Minister, that he shared his vision. On the same note, I would like to add that we have a conglomeration of, in Uttar Pradesh per se, if I would like to talk about, is that we have a conglomeration of policies that have come. Data center policy, manufacturing policy, ITES, electronic manufacturing clusters coming up, or the defense corridor, or the medtech, or the clusters of, or the beautiful paraphernalia of the startups, right? Not concentrated merely in Noida, but in Noida, in Kanpur, in Lucknow, now in Gorakhpur, in Varanasi. So it is scattered all over, so that the entire region goes up as per the demand of that particular region. That is how we are trying to develop it. So one is the policy that brings in major players to establish their system over here. Recently, we had our data center policy, which had really blossomed up. Now we are coming up to the next step. That is the actual inaugural of one of the data centers is going to go live this month itself. So that is going to be a very big achievement that we started in January 21, and by October 22, we have something that has already been launched. So that is not just the industry that has come up beautifully, but it is also a movement of proud for us also that we have contributed positively into it, so that this ecosystem. Secondly, in tandem with what the demand of industry actually is, because industry has to go, it has to sustain it. It's not just a one-day work or one-day wonder that it can create. Okay, Noida Authority airport is in Jewar is coming up, but that is going to come up, and when that comes up, an entire ecosystem should build up around that, so that that area blooms up, and that area supports the entire region all over in the area nearby, so that we can actually have something very tangible out of it. We are working on ATMP labs also, because that is going to be the future days to come. Ultimately, the semiconductor industry has to come to India, and we are trying our level best that yes, UP has a certain role to play in it. Maybe the semiconductor fab unit may go to Gujarat, but maybe ATMP lab comes to Noida or Sahibabad, one of the factories that we are trying to develop. So that will help in generating entire ecosystem. Now let us come to the second part of it, where we have a very nice and strong presence of startups that are coming. These startups have worked in medtech, they have worked in agriculture, they have worked in economic zone, they have worked in fintech, and they are definitely working a big way in drone. We have a center of excellence of drone coming up in IIT Kanpur very soon. We have work of artificial intelligence that has already come up in Noida, which has a very strong presence. Some of the big wigs of artificial intelligence based in Germany. Equilibrium is there, dynamism is already existing. So if I could just narrate the entire process that we are trying to develop, because the wider horizon is India as a country that has to grow up on a steady pace, and Uttar Pradesh as a state and its contribution to it, and my part as IT professional leading to it. So in this entire conglomeration, I would say that yes, there might be certain hurdles that we have faced in a couple of years that we have just gone through, but that doesn't mean our economy has slowed down. Our economy is definitely going to two-step years to come, maybe in 1 or 2 or 3 years, you can definitely see the graph again going up in a very, very steady pace. Even in this phase, our graph has not been that dicey as it has been for so many other countries. When I went to London in 2014, I bought a dollar at 102 rupees a pound. And now I have bought it at 87 a pound. So ultimately, rupee is getting strengthened. But strength of rupee does not always mean that our economy is steady. So we had to get that flexibility where our steadiness grows up gradually. So to conclude, I would say, yes, as we are marching ahead, we have seen in the past also, in 2008-9 also, the world economy was dipping, we stand. Similar way, we have it in a better way in 2019, 2021, where the world economy had its own jitters, but India could stand. Maybe the concept or the idea that this particular should go at a level of 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever was not achieved, but it was steadily there. So our presence was steadily there, felt and accepted world over. So I would like to conclude by saying that yes, we are going to perform very well, and Uttar Pradesh as a state is also going to make some positive contribution. Thank you.
Excellent. I mean, these are not only words of encouragement, but reinforcing the fact that, the resilience that we have created in our system, it has been able to withstand the previous shocks, and it'll sail through the current spell of shocks, and in the future to come, we will emerge even more stronger, and we'll be building a nation which becomes at the turn of century for the 100 years, which is what we are looking at, the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, will be able to achieve a lot more and much more, which is what we probably envisaged. Excellent. Thank you very much. May I now invite Mr. Neeraj Singhal, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Managing Director, West Bengal Forest Development Corporation, for his 10 minutes remarks.
So thank you, Dr. Gushan. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. So In brief, I will give the highlights of our project, which is Joint Forest Management, a people's movement in Bengal. Basically, this is the first project in India which allows the direct involvement of forest range population in the management as well as protection of forests. It involves grassroots level people in the planning process for the management of forests and ensure the sustainable use of forest resources to meet local needs while ensuring environmental sustainability. There are 4,465 joint forest management committees in West Bengal with more than 5,35,000 families which are involved in managing and protecting 6,58,000 hectares of forest land. And 56% of these families belong to SC and ST category. Before this concept of joint forest management was introduced, there was a lot of mistrust and direct conflict between the people living in the fringes of population and the forest staff, which led to a lot of felling in sal forest of South Bengal and the loss of fertile topsoil. Now, after this concept of joint forest management was produced, and in which the government is sharing the 40% of the total revenue with these JFMCs, and 40% of the government receives from the ecotourism revenue. As a result, in the last 10 years, 300 crore rupees have been given to these JFMCs in West Bengal. And besides, they are also giving them free logs and tops and thinning produce, which helps them to meet their firewood requirements. The unique features are that now the people are actively participating in the grassroots level in the forest management. The sale of forest produce takes place through a completely transparent mechanism of e-auction. Technology is being used for GIS-based coop marking and mechanized harvesting. And all this JFMC share is being transferred through direct benefit transfer to the JFMC's bank accounts. The outcome of this project has been the green cover of the West Bengal has increased from 17.27% in 2011 to 21.61% in 2021, which is probably the highest increase in green cover in the entire India. And these data is based on the latest Forest Survey of India reports. The cooperation from JFMCs has resulted in zero revenge killing of wildlife since 2006 in human-wildlife conflict situations. Earlier, there were many instances where the tigers were killed when there were incidents of human-wildlife conflict in Sundarban area, but now there is no such instance. More than 20 crore mangrove species have been planted in 6,000 hectares of area in 3 coastal districts with the help of these JFMC members during last 2 years after we faced this Amphan and Yas cyclones. The incidences of forest fire have been reduced drastically with the help of JFMC members. And for the future, we have plans to register these JFMCs as societies so that they may receive funds from other agencies also other than the forest department. Then we have planned to develop a proper mechanism for getting CSR funds from corporate houses for development of these JFMCs. Then we want to institutionalize proper linkages with industries for developing better technology for collection and packaging of NTFPs like medicinal plants, sal seeds and moba seeds. And to integrate JFMCs with state skill development schemes for self-employment training programs. We have plans for third-party valuation of JFMCs and performance-based incentives, and to involve JFMC members more actively in the ecotourism. With this, I conclude my remarks and thank you all for patient hearing.
Well, thank you so much. So that's been, in fact, quite a deep insight into the work, which is what you have been doing. And even what you mentioned about your project, it's quite unique. And as you rightly said, there could be a lot of learning for others in the country from your interventions. Well, thank you so much. And this brings us to the end of our inaugural session. And we move on to our next discussion, which is on the state of education and skills. And I have the pleasure of inviting Ms. Bhargavi Dave, who is Managing Director, Gujarat Livelihood Promotion Company Limited. She has vast experience in the regulatory and development sector and worked very, very deeply in the development of communities and have focused on enhancing capacities to promote livelihoods in the state. She's also Special Director of the State Institute of Rural Development. We are joined by Mr. S. Satyanarayana, Managing Director, Andhra Pradesh State Skill Development Corporation. He has served the state in various positions, right from the District Collector and District Magistrate in Kurnool and Anantapur districts, and Joint Collector in East Godavari. He was Managing Director, AP Scheduled Castes Cooperative Finance Corporation, before moving on to Central Deputation as Director of Census Operations and Director, Citizens Registration. In place of Dr. Abhay Wagh, who has not been able to join us, we have Mr. Umesh Kokate from the Directorate of Technical Education, Maharashtra. Do we have Mr. Nagarajan with us? Who is Commissioner Higher Education, Government of Gujarat. SKOCH team, is he there with us? Do we have Mr. Nagarajan? SKOCH team, can you confirm? Anyways, so let's move ahead with our discussion. So we, instead of talking about the projects that we have done, let's center the discussion on a couple of issues, the questions that I'm going to be putting in front of the panel. So to begin with, I must say that India is now, when we have turned 75, we still continue to face the challenges related to the system, although there's a great amount of road that we have traveled and milestones that we have achieved. But both in terms of students, teachers, skills, overall, there are gaps which need to be filled in. We have achieved a lot in numerical numbers, but in terms of content, we still need to travel a few more miles. So let's consider a few facts. The India has done very, very well in terms of the market of education, which is expected to touch, $225 billion by 2025. That's a large number. India's edtech startups have received nearly $4 billion in 2022 alone. In last 2 years, FDI inflows stood at $7.7 billion. And India has also become the second largest market for e-learning after the United States. While we are moving towards creating a knowledge-based economy, which is innovation-led and technology-driven, our higher education institutions do play and is expected to play even further higher role, a key role in making India a leading global innovation and digital economy. The story on the skill side also is promising, but there are gaps that we need to fill in. So my first question goes to the Technical Education Department from Government of Maharashtra when it comes to the skill part, that is mobilization and motivation a challenge as people do not really come forward enrolling into vocational and technical education? Do we have Mr. Umesh with us? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. It's really an appropriate and very, appropriate question that you have asked regarding the skill development in Maharashtra state as well as in the country. Since I'm working and basically a professor and also working in this area and having a lot of interaction with so many students, right away from polytechnics to vocational students and all engineering students, what I observed, what you said is very correct. The basic inclination from the student point of view or the parents' point of view, if you think from that way, the basic objective is to get themselves settled in terms of getting bread and butter for their daily outcome. Now, in order to make that particular outcome bread and butter assured, then they are ready to go for their own ideas, skills, going for entrepreneurship, going for startups and everything and all. What is important is whatever the scheme that as a government we launch, like we have a separate skill and innovation society, a separate ministry for that, a lot of courses being flooded, And now government of Maharashtra has signed up an MOU with Infosys, MOU with NASCOM to offer so many e-learning courses to the students. Actually, I myself working as a coordinator for state level, I can tell you the figures like around some 20 lakh students we have registered onto the portal of Infosys, at the same time onto the portal of our NASCOM. That is, they have Future Prime Skill and they have Infosys has a Springboard platform. Now, out of this registration, when we say that how many students are actually participating in education for the skill development, uh, the I can say it's only 5 to 6%, irrespective of constantly putting in front of them the opportunities that they do have after completing this education, after completing this kind of skill set. As a government of Maharashtra, we are trying to set up so many labs at remote places also. Our ITs are now fully equipped. We have a lot of collaboration with industries. We try to tune up our curriculum with national occupational standards and imbibing the skills that is required as per the recommendations given by the industry. We do have a couple of projects which are very successful. I can quote here, like the institute where I used to work, the company like Mercedes-Benz, they have come up with an idea that they will teach our student and start up a collaborative program, a certificate program for 1 year, wherein the student will be able to understand this high-tech vehicle. And believe me, for last 12 years, this institute is successfully implementing this particular school to offer 1 year certificate course that is totally skill course. Second model was like something called Yama Training School, a two-wheeler automobile. They have come up with Yama Training School. They have set up a laboratory. Our institute are helping them, and the students, those who are even 7th standard passed out or dropped out from school, they can join this course. They can learn how to repair a particular vehicle, and they can start their own garage wherever they are located. So the kind of skill courses, no doubt, as compared to earlier one, we have increased, and also, but still, what I can say is a lot of awareness, lot of, marketing, a lot of importance, and convincing the parents regarding the career in this area is also possible, with respect to our traditional courses. That this particular skill development will definitely will boost up. Number two, very important point is from government point of view. I can quote one example. For example, if any civil construction work is going on, there are a lot of skills persons are required for a civil construction work, whether it is a dam or construction of a bridge, or in Mumbai, in our this one city, a lot of constructions are going on. Now, if the company who is recruiting all this skill manpower, they must actually see that the certificates that is being issued to all these students, those who are likely to be a part of this particular organization or join this particular venture, they should be either like they should have Manson kind of certificate, how to erect a scaffolding. There are so many vocational skill programs that is being launched already. Skill Ministry, they have their programs, but the thing is, in reality, when you go to industry, or when you go to any organization who is actually recruiting this skill students or skill oriented personnel, it is necessary to match the kind of skill set. Let us say, for example, in my institute, if I teach a student how to go for electrician program, as he or she complete electrician course, possible for that student to directly go and start doing the electrification of a room or a building or a commercial place. Now the question is the kind of skill knowledge that the student should have. It should be with the industry standard. That is somewhere what I feel is missing, and there we need an help of the industry. That industry can come down to institute to educate or to train them as far as the industry oriented skills are required. into the students. So these are my observations when actually last 25 years I am working in the skill education area. So these are very important point need to be addressed, and so that we can definitely increase. There are a couple of examples in Maharashtra, they are doing well, but it needs to be scaled up so that it can be routed to rural areas also, because in rural area there are so many jobs that are available in agriculture also, in automobile sector also, as far as it's not only the digital kind of thing, but also in other domain it is there. So thank you very much for
I'll come back to you. These are
involving me.
actually, very interesting comments, and you have raised a very pertinent question, which I would like to, invite Mr. Satyanarayana to answer. When we say, skill, the skill gap analysis, if you do in today's day and age, you find a huge gap between demand and supply. I mean, looking at the infrastructure sector, you mentioned about it, Umeshji. Estimates suggest there is a skill gap of more than 100 million. Automobile industry is saying there is a gap of 40 million, and similarly in textile, transport, logistics, food processing, retail, organized retail, education, all the services. And given the current pandemic situation, post that, during and post that, we are still going through facing the ripple effects. The unemployment has also increased exponentially. So, Satyanarayana ji, I want to ask you, the scalability is another issue, as there is a poor buy-in from the industry. Umesh ji says the industry has to come forward. There is a poor buy-in from the industry given this the skill gap. How to correct this?
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. It is my privilege to be part of this August gathering. The question is very, very relevant when we interact with the important electronic clusters which are located in Andhra Pradesh, whether it is a Renigunta cluster or Sri City, where when we interact with the industry, there is huge demand from the industry side for especially those people who have been diploma holders, ITI passed out people. There is a lot of demand, but the gap between the industry requirement and the from the unemployed youth, there is a huge gap. That is a very, very relevant, because some of the industries, they are saying that if you provide a people with hands and legs, we are ready to provide them employment. That is the situation in the market, especially at the lower level jobs. So, in fact, skill cascading system of Andhra Pradesh is being addressed to that aspect by taking into the, because we have conducted a number of workshops with these industries, associations, which are dealing with the providing of employment at the lower level. So, to address that problem, we have the state government has decided to establish 175 skill hubs at the for all the assembly constituencies in the state. So for that, we have interacted with the industry, and basing on the requirement of the industry and basing on the pattern of migration of the people from Andhra Pradesh to say some people they go to Gulf, some people they go to other part Middle East, especially lower ranking jobs, and some people they go to Bangalore, some people they go to Bombay and Maharashtra, Gujarat, and especially Chennai also, they go like from our state of Andhra Pradesh. So what we are doing here is that in skill hubs, we have analyzed the job requirement of the industry as well as the jobs which people are migrating for. So accordingly, we are designing the courses for the people who are the school dropouts, +2 and maximum +2 and 88 type of kind of people. We are providing employment now. We have established 66 skill hubs out of the 175 consensus. They are now we have started very recently, basing on the requirement of the industry, because soon after the completion of the 3 months, 4 months training, those people will be taken into industry as an employees. That is the sort of MOUs we have entered into the industry. So that is the question. Really relevant is lower level jobs, some technical skills which are very, very essential. So they are being addressed in the state of Andhra Pradesh. through skill hubs. We are going to cover around 10,000 people in this year. So in addition to skill hubs, we are having around 282 engineering colleges. Those students who have passed out from the engineering colleges of category 2 type of towns and cities, they are facing a lot of unemployment because their communication skills are poor, and they may be technically good, but when it comes to communication, they have some constraints because of their education pattern, and most of them they studied in the mother tongue up to 12th standard. So to redress that one, we are going to establish skill colleges in all the 25 parliament consensus plus one more consensus, 26 places. We are going to establish skill colleges where that is depending on the demand of the BTech graduates, which sort of course mechanical or mechanics or latest robotics. This type of courses we are going to offer in those colleges. As a part of it, now we have entered into MOU with Government of India's organizations like SEMS, which is located in Visakhapatnam, and there is a MSME unit which is located in that is also Anakapalli. There is a big SEZ called Nachutapuram SEZ, which is next to Brandix. That's a famous apparel park. So already we have entered into MOU with them. In a year, around 240 engineering graduates they will be selected. They will be given employment. They will be given training of 6 months course. There is a residential course, and all those 240 members are going to be absorbed into the industry. That is the sort of MOU we have entered into it. So the gap between the industry and the unemployed youth, to bridge the gap, to provide livelihoods to the people, this skill colleges, skill hubs pattern that has been introduced by our government of Andhra Pradesh under the leadership of our Chief Minister. So we are on that job, sir. So this is what, in addition to this, we are offering, say, we have entered into 21 multinational companies and famous industrial groups like Hitachi, Schneider, Daikin, Jaguar, Schneider, AWS, etc. These are the groups we have entered. Even IBM, even ISB, Wadhwani, and Nandi Foundation for Skill Part, communication aspects part, we have entered into with the people. Through LMS platform, we are providing academic output to the students of the engineering colleges and graduate colleges who are passing through second year, third year people. They are being covered. So in addition to this, major problem in our rural area is infrastructure is a major problem. So for the last 3-4 years, we have established employability skill centers in 525 colleges where the BA, BCom students will be given trainings, hands-on training, basically on courses like banking related activities. So we are giving the training to those people. Tally type of courses are being offered to them. So those 525 colleges, in each college, we have kept 30 computers. And in addition to that, we are having engineering colleges. Around in 100 engineering college, 104 engineering colleges we are having. We have provided excellent computer labs to train the engineering graduates while they study during their study. So in addition to that, government of in the Andhra Pradesh, APSSDC, AP Skill Development Corporation has entered into MOU with like Siemens and Dassault. So we are having Siemens centers because their technology is order of the day. It's a global village now. It's a technology which is going to unite the world. So as part of it, Siemens, we are having 6 center of excellences. In addition to 6 center of excellences, we are having 34 colleges where we are giving training to the. They have established labs, around 30 labs, right from computer to robotics. They have established in all these areas. So we have imparted training to around 1.59 lakh students for the last 3 years. So Dassault system again, that is also then they are going to get the licenses. So that's all system. They are part of the credit concept, credits of the students. So that's why we are going. This is one side. On the other side, we are having collaboration with the industry, and we are having collaborations with the higher education council. We are having higher education council. We call APSI. In line with the new education policy, we are we are working for that also. So this is for the academic and non-academic people. In addition to that, job melas, especially certain industries, they require jobs. They ask us that we require this many jobs, especially sectors like pharma, apparel, and refrigerator sector, and they require a lot of jobs. So industry customized skill training program, placement program that is there in Andhra Pradesh. So in this year, we have provided in this financial year around 14,500 people. These are basically ITA and diploma holders being selected by the companies. They are being given OJT in their campuses, and they are getting their jobs. So in addition to that, for non-technical people, job melas, they are being conducted. After that, we will provide them some training, and we are having type with our DDGKV and PMKV also. We are using the funds given by the government of India to fill the gap. The question which you have asked is really relevant, because now our problem is that opportunities shall be utilized by our people. And when we use the opportunity only, because now is the age of technology, we don't have upgradation, skill upgradation. I think future of this youth is very, very bleak. So this is what from my side. So state side also, state funded schemes. Say now there is a comprehensive GO government charter has been issued in Andhra Pradesh to provide employment by the various corporations like Scheduled Caste Corporation, Tribal Welfare, BC Welfare Corporations, and all these youth belong to these various deprived sections. They are being trained by APSSDC, and our curriculum is being updated as per the requirement of the industry. We are aligning the courses.
Efforts, being made, and so far I do understand that the state is making its optimum efforts, not only for skill development and enhancement, but also speaking with the industry. I'll come back to you with a couple of more questions in my next round.
Thank you.
Kindly allow me to move on to invite our next speaker. In fact, when you say education, you also mentioned about it. The education and skill, they go hand in hand. And these are both supported by a wide range of abilities, as well as attitude beyond traditional learning. The skill enhancement significantly contributes to learning and is an integral part of inclusive growth. This is particularly true in terms of the work that Ms. Dave is doing at Gujarat Livelihood Promotion Company, wherein you've been able to provide market linkages, not only the enhancement of the capacity building and acquisition of new capabilities as well as skills. So from your perspective, how do we bridge this skill gap so that more and more women, rather than the small number, which is what we have, are able to skill themselves and are able to reach out to the market? Bhargavi ji. Do we have Ms. Bhargavi Dave with us? SKOCH team? Anyway, let me, I think the video is switched off. She's not she's online, but she's not available perhaps. How do we, the main question is, how do we bridge this skill gap? Because industry, as everyone says, picks up the people who are ready to be absorbed in the industry, but they still find there is a skill gap. So how do we fix this? If I may ask Umeshji.
Yeah. For this, uh, VET program, like vocational education training program. Now, trainer program need to be initiated first in order to educate all these trainers in terms of giving the skill-based training to the students. Now, if you look at a model which is available in Australia or in Europe country like a TAFE school, those who are actually providing VET, that is vocational education training. When I have clearly observed and studied their training program, how they go, they have a very standard methodology in order to provide the training to the students in terms of identifying their original first prerequisite, the student those who join this program, and then they will offer this particular training program in terms of the student. He should actually enjoy his learning and grab these skills during this particular certification program. Now they have, there are a lot of checklists in between wherein they evaluate the student. They have their own rubrics designed in a such a way that they will give the guarantee that after completion of this particular module, it is something called outcome-based skill training program. Like if they give this particular training of, let us say, 10 hours or 5 hours, the student will be able to do this. So they really, in real sense, say that if they say the student will be able to do this, means they student should be able to do this. Now, the passed out of this particular training program, and they will be an industry ready kind of personnel. Like, so they have designed their curriculum, their content, their rubrics, their evaluation pattern, their skills, working hours, the assignments, their quizzes, questions, and also involvement of industry in designing all these aspects. So that way they bridge the gap between the industry and the skill that you are actually providing in terms of education to the students. So that model I find is very beautiful model, because what happened in their country, when I have undergone this kind of training through TAFE, the Australian team have trained me also then how to offer this training program. What they say that unless and until a student is not able to complete these many hours of their training program, will not certify him, and unless and until student will not get certification, he will not be a get a license as an electrician, license as a any kind of skill. And once the student get a license from government, then he or she will be able to join an industry in true sense. So that model exists in their country. Here, even if we give the certificate should have a lot of standard as in terms of evaluation is concerned. It should not be like that. If the student those who join this particular skill training program, and after 1 year he or she will get the certificate as it is. So that way, if you focus on this particular delivery of this particular skill programs, they will say that, okay, this particular student has a potential to work with me and the certification has a value. That way we can bridge the gap. This is what is my observation.
Very well put. In fact, that takes me to the next question to Mr. Satyanarayana. When we say that, already the industry is looking for the industry ready workforce, and we are working to enhance their skills for the suitability, and 21 MNCs and 282 engineering colleges and all that work that you have done. One problem which has emerged as a result of pandemic is that it has hit the employment, and unemployment has been on the rise like never before. Youth is disgruntled, so motivation as it is happens to be an issue. With large scale unemployment coming up, how do we further manage this crisis of unemployment and bring in more skills? Should not be the case that we have got a huge amount of skilled workforce, but there are no takers. Mr. Satyanarayana. I think Umeshji, probably
The
I'll ask
question
you
which
only.
you have asked is really
Okay,
well missing.
Satyanarayana is there.
That retention versus attrition in the trainings of basically say that PMKY, DDJKY trainings, if you see it, those youth who are getting the trainings, when they get the employment, their aspirations versus immediate employment is a question. Say, for example, a villager, unemployed youth, he may join that course as an electrician training course. In due course of time, after joining the course, he may complete the electrician course, but he may work in some factory, some village, or somewhere he work. But after that, his ambition will get changed, and he will leave that job and he will opt for some other job. So that retention versus attrition is a major issue. But only one thing is that no human resource, I firmly believe that if it is trained, that will not be waste. In some other form, that will be waste. Apparently, when we see that he may discontinue the job which he was trained, but he may continue he may add some other, say, he may learn some other techniques, he may learn some other skills, and the skill upgradation is a continuous process. When the skill get upgraded, he may get employment in some other form. So that is a really that gap is there. Retention versus attrition is a major issue. And we try
lose one
to.
job and may get another one only if there is another job for him. So that's a catch-22 situation. I understand where you're coming from, and that retention and attrition both have been affecting the job market. And Umeshji, you would like to address this question?
Yeah. The point is, if you look at an unemployment figure, in an unemployment figure, there are so many hybrid students or hybrid people. They have been counted there. The person who becomes an unemployed, if he or she does not have a proper skill to earn a money or to join any factory or industry, definitely every student, from my belief, is everyone has inherent skill in them to earn money into this world. But the point is, like, he or she has to give some direction in order to get absorbed into a particular domain wherever he or she interested in. Now the point is, unemployment figure, if the hybrid numbers are there, at a proper time, a proper guidance for a particular student is very essential. Like, let us say, sometimes when I say a state like Goa, and if you start a course in computer engineering there, rather than starting a course in travel and tourism in Goa, we have started some computer engineering course in Goa. Naturally, the passed out of that particular course may not have an employment within Goa. He has to migrate from Goa. But if he could have completed to travel and tourism over there itself, or a hotel management, catering technology, he could have started his own startup in the Goa itself. So what I need to say is that study is very important. It is to be done in region wise, wherever locally that particular job or some kind of skills are required. That kind of training need to be provided in that area, so that the local youth will get attracted to that, and they can be trained accordingly to get absorbed into the industry. That way the unemployment can be reduced. Because otherwise what happens, in a remote place, if you start a course wherein there are no takers in that area, they have to migrate. Now once they get migrated to new area wherein they cannot adapt or get themselves adjusted to that new area or new domain, there is a problem. So that number keeps on increasing. And the point is, there is a lot of myth that if you study computers or information technology or AI or machine learning, whatever today's course, you will get readily job. Like the what you call as the absorption will be very high into the industry. So they have to see that whether his or her own skill or his or her own capability in order to handle this one problems in this domain, need to do this or not, that is nowhere being checked. So that is a problem. The unemployment is increasing.
No, I understand because you very well pointed this out that in case there are locally the kind of jobs available and there is a skill gap, the focus should be on providing those skills which can immediately be absorbed rather than training the youth on JCB in an area where there is no construction expected to happen over next 10 years, and the youth will be disgruntled and they will be migrating. And there are two problems that happen along with that it leads to migration, and wherever the youth goes, he's not paid that handsome that he can support his day-to-day living while working also. So he will immediately slip into a job which is probably more lucrative, but not as per his skill or otherwise his desire. So you are skilling people and pushing them into a vocation which they do not want to do. So over a period of time, it's not a win-win, it's a lose-lose situation. They don't earn for the skill that they have, and you lose the skill for which you train them. So it has to be pretty much oriented. So
one more point, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, please go ahead.
One more point, like we all are living in some metro cities. It's very difficult to find a right plumber to get our tap repaired, right?
Absolutely.
Plumber is a distinguished community wherein, or to get a good electrician also. So a person who is a good plumber will not be unemployed, right? That is what I said. A person having a skill which is not, in demand in that area where he lives, then it's not no use. So unemployment figure will increase. So it has to be a balanced kind of thing in the region wise, like wherever that skill is required, that kind of training needs to be provided at his destination. So if you focus on a particular village and that village or that area has a specialty in textile industry, then you should have a skill in textile industry. A particular area where there is something called, they may be taking some forest outcome and selling into the market. So accordingly, the forest product can be, they will be trained in that area. Like leather also, leather industry, something like that. So that need to be focused, and that study has to be done.
No, in fact, GLPC is working exactly on these lines. Whatever skills they have locally, they are only enhancing those skills and providing them the forward linkages with the market, because that's the only way to go to increase livelihoods. The people in the tribal areas or in the rural belts, you can't teach them plumbing or otherwise become an electrician. You only will have to promote the local handicraft and the skills that they have of whichever sort, so that not only they are gainfully busy, employed, they may also employ a few more people if the enterprise grows into a group of women coming together or group of young men coming together. So there are n number of opportunities. So startups can happen out of that.
Sure.
And the great amount of movement actually can start. The lady is not here, otherwise I really would have loved her to reflect on some of these things where there could be a possible learning for the others as well. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's been
Thank you.
Great input. So Umeshji, thank you so much, Mr. Satyanarayana, for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
With this, we move on to the announcement of our next round of Order of Merit. Let me invite Dr. D.N. Mohan, Principal Chief Conservator of Forests and Member Secretary, Andhra Pradesh State Biodiversity Board, for formation of biodiversity management committees, preparation of people's biodiversity registers, and their operationalization in local bodies. Ms. Shalini Duhan, Commissioner, Commissionerate of Schools, Education Department, Government of Gujarat, faceless recruitment process.
Very good afternoon. I am representative of Mrs. Shalini Duhan, as she was engaged in one meeting, so she is not able to join meeting. Sorry, behalf of her. First of all, I would like to convey my thankfulness to SKOCH organizers for giving us a base platform to explore our innovative work, faceless recruitment process. Heartily thankful of entire team for the constant guidance and cooperation. We know that teacher teacher is a pillar of education system, and the recruitment of teacher, it's a one sensitive topic for each and every department. Here we have tried to a project for the recruiting teachers through 100% online process. In the time of pandemic, it was very difficult for the education department of Gujarat to recruit the teachers, and the teachers recruitment was the basic need of department. And in such a difficult time, we have find out one unique way, one innovative model of the recruitment, in that without any physical contact of candidate, we have recruited total 7,490 teachers, and we have enhanced our education system. Through this SKOCH award, we have got the best platform to explore this innovative work front of nation. So again, heartily thankful of SKOCH organizers and all the participants to encourage us, to support us. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations. Dr. Suresh Shanbhag, Director, Department of Civil Aviation, Government of Goa, for development of Greenfield International Airport at Mopa. Mr. Lalit Jain, Director, Department of Environment, Science and Technology, Government of Himachal Pradesh, National Green Corps, NGC.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I am Ravi Sharma, Scientific Officer, Himachal Pradesh Council for Science, Technology and Environment. On behalf of Shri Lalit Jain, I am receiving this honor from SKOCH organization and Science and Technology Council, Department of Environment, Science and Technology is doing work with the Eco Club members, and 3,000 Eco Clubs we have registered in Himachal Pradesh, and we are doing a lot of environmental activities with the Eco Club members in the state. Thank you for award. Thank you.
Congratulations. The next one also goes to the Department of Environment, Science and Technology, Government of Himachal Pradesh, for Wetlands Conservation and Management Program.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Mr. Lalit Jain, Director, Environment, Science and Technology, Government of Himachal Pradesh, I am again Ravi Sharma is receiving this award, and we are doing a lot of work on conservation of wetland in Himachal Pradesh. We have 3 Ramsar sites, 2 national wetlands, and many more wetlands, high altitude wetlands in Himachal Pradesh, and we are conserving all these wetlands. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations once again. Mr. Milind Shivaram Toravane, Chief Commissioner, Sales Tax Department from Government of Gujarat, Tax Evasion and Fraud Detection Module. Mr. D.N. Modi, Director, ICDS, Women and Child Development Department, Government of Gujarat, action taken for effective service delivery for adolescent girls. Women and Child Development Department, Government of Gujarat, once again, Mr. D.N. Modi, online Anganwadi recruitment and honorarium system. The third one for the department, project called Purna, prevention of undernutrition and reduction in nutritional anemia. Mr. D.N. Modi. Directorate of Agriculture, Government of Gujarat, Mr. S.J. Solanki, Director, Easy and Speedy Registration of Farmers for PM Kisan using Digital Gujarat Portal.
Good afternoon, everybody, and distinguished member of the panel. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude and thanks to the SKOCH group for providing us a very good opportunity to display all the works we are implementing. Our director Sri S.J. Solanki is right now occupied in some other meeting, so I am representing him, myself, Joint Director R.P. Rajput. And the PM Kisan, I would like to mention that the Honorable PM has launched the PM Kisan scheme during 2019, and in Gujarat we have to create a system, online system, in which we can collect all the farmers on a single group, which is contactless. The registration provides the easy, simple manner and a speedy manner. So in a just 10 days, we collected more than 15 lakh farmers. So it is an average of every 1.5 lakh farmers every day on a portal, and collected the applications, provided the benefits in a timeless manner on Aadhaar, and provided all the PM Kisan benefits in a very effective manner. Yes. Thank you.
Congratulations. Mr. Solanki, once again from Directorate of Agriculture, Government of Gujarat.
Yes, sir. This is our Krishi Relief Package scheme. We all know that we are living in the era of climate change, where every year our are suffering from the losses due to the various natural calamities and uncertain climatic conditions. So earlier we have a manual system in which we used to collect the manual application from farmers and processing at each office level, at field level, then up to state level, and same way the providing the benefits to each and identified farmer is very difficult, and there is a very much issues of leakage also. So by providing a IT solution through the digital Gujarat portal, we have provided a single window and contactless system to all the farmers, where farmers can apply through the online at village level worker, and they can give their applications. The application is processed in a typically digital way, and all the benefits provided them through transfer. Same way, we have provided more than 800 crore rupees relief to the 8 lakh or 9 lakh around farmers in just a single season, and we have presented as a digital. Thank you.
Congratulations once again. Directorate of Employment and Training, Government of Gujarat, Project Anubandham. Mr. Lalit Narayan Singh, Director.
Sir, I am Nikhil Kubaji on behalf of our Director, Sir Sandhu Sir, and Sir, many thanks, Sir, for giving portal Anubandham portal award. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Operation Pusti, District Administration Bankura, Ms. K. Radhika Iyer, District Magistrate.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I'd like to say a few words about our Operation Pushti program. It was an humble attempt in last year, when we actually came to know that there has been a very great, in the number of severely malnourished SAM children in our district during the COVID times. So the situation was very alarming, because it was more than 300% of the normal trend which was witnessed. So there were around more than 1,700 SAM children in our district last year, in July 2021. This is as per the weight measures that are taken by Anganwadi, weight height measures that were taken by our Anganwadi workers. So as per that, our main challenges which we were facing, we had done a socio-economic survey of these severely malnourished children, and what was found was that more than 70% of our SAM children were from tribal pockets of our district, and about 65 to 70% of these families where the SAM children are there they were mostly dependent on very casual forms of labor work, which were being either in the form of 100 days work or through some migratory works in other districts or states. So the main objective was to first increase and supplement the income for these families, so that we can have a sustainable improvement and a permanent solution for the malnourished, for malnourishment in our district. The other challenge was the creation of a database to manage the activities and analyze the SAM numbers, or because of data collection, and also ensuring medical facilities for children was tough due to difficult terrain and the COVID restrictions during that particular time. There was another one difficulty of dovetailing the funds for this particular large-scale project in our district. So our plan of action was we were using the PESTEL system, the political, economic, social, technological, and legal and environmental factors we were accounting into that would impact the governance and execution of this particular development project in our region. On the basis of the results that we found out of this PESTEL system, we were categorizing our implementation plan into 3 categories. One is definitely the topmost is to substitute nutritional support for the families through income generation facilities by way of including the mothers of these children into SHG groups and providing them income support through uniform making, etc. in the school setup. The other one is to track health every month. We have to track their health and giving them spot feeding.
And I know that this is a great intervention, and the results have been there for everyone to see, and this is precisely the reason as to why you have made it to the SKOCH Order of Merit, and this is one project which has been recognized so far in the SKOCH evaluations as an outcome-oriented project. So, well, many congratulations to you and the entire team for putting this together. Congratulations. Mr. Stephen R. Fernandez, Chief Electrical Engineer from Electricity Department, Government of Goa, Transformation to Digital Technology, RAP, DRP, and others. Mr. Praveen Darade, Principal Secretary, Environment and Climate Change Department, Government of Maharashtra, for project Maji Vasundhara.
Thank you for giving opportunity. I am receiving this award on behalf of Mr. Praveen Darade, our Secretary, Environment and Climate Change. I express my gratitude to the entire SKOCH team and congratulate all shortlisted projects. Maji Vasundhara is a unique integrated first ever exercise by Environment and Climate Change Department, Government of Maharashtra, for urban and rural areas to identify and implement focused and scalable measures toward prevention and restoration of natural ecosystems, and to encourage active citizen partnership in different climate initiatives. This Abhiyan, based on 5 thematic areas of nature, that is Pancha Mahabhuta, Bhumi, Jala, Vayu, Agni, and Akash, in order to promote sustainable development in the state. This Abhiyan has received immense response from the state, and its third phase, more than 16,000 plus local bodies have registered, along with huge response in the form of community participation. The campaign is structured to focus 3 important pillars of climate actions: carbon sequestration, reducing greenhouse gases, and promoting green lifestyle among citizens. Due to various initiatives taken up by local bodies in Maji Vasundhara 1.0 and 2.0, about 16 lakh tons of carbon emission were abated. This is equivalent to the carbon sequestration of 8.1 crore trees or 162 array forest. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. Amazing. Mr. Pankaj Kamlia, Chief Operations Officer, Firefighting Robo from Gujarat CSR Authority.
Yes, sir.
SJ.
Yes, sir. Myself, Bhuvnesh Mishra. I am joining in behalf of Pankaj Kumar Kamlia, sir, CEO Gujarat CSR Authority. He is visiting in one of the not available meeting, so I'm joining in behalf of him. First of all, thanks to you all to finalizing us as a firefighting robot in the semi-final round, and I'm again congratulating all of the other semi-finalists to getting such kind of award, and I'm expressing my gratitude, sincere gratitude towards these achievements. So this firefighting robot is the one of the sincere concern in the society. Like whenever the massive fire happening in the society, nobody can achieve to get the firefighting at that time, because the massive fire happening, the possibility of the explosion, sometimes the possibility of the massive injury and escaping the peoples in the heavy massive fire. So this innovative solution, firefighting robot, as a project of the Gujarat CSR Authority and under the corporate social responsibility, the one of the innovative idea, and to us, definitely the society. That's whenever such kind of non-aware, such kind of events and accident happen, the robot is used to achieve the location where explosion might be possible. So this is the robot which can be operated through a remote control system, and it's enabled with the camera so that it approach to the close to the fire, and it can spray and it can jet the water and foam, the capacity of 3,000 liters per minute. So the massive fire like the oil and gas can be cut down at the time of firefighting system. So most of the results in the India found that whenever the massive fire in the chemical and oil and gas industry happened.
Now this robo has been made. So what are the plans to commercialize it? So has it already been commercialized?
Yes, sir. It's already commercialized, and already it's being using in one of Gujarat, different municipal corporation of the Gujarat.
Okay, great. So that's a great achievement. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. And we have done.
No, I think we have to move on. So as far as the details are concerned, that are already there, which is published. So thank you so much for joining us and accepting it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Battery operated vehicles with state financial assistance from Gujarat Energy Development Agency. Mr. S.J. Haider, Principal Secretary, Climate Change Department, and Ms. Shivani Goyal, Director, JEDA, Climate Change Department. Installation of grid-connected solar rooftop system on government buildings from JEDA, Mr. S.J. Haider and Ms. Shivani Goyal. Yet another one, installation of solar water heating system on government buildings from JEDA, Mr. S.J. Haider and Ms. Shivani Goyal. The fourth one, wind power projects installation in Gujarat under state and central policy. Gujarat Energy Development Agency, Mr. S.J. Haider and Ms. Shivani Goyal. Mr. Ajay Prakash, Managing Director, Gujarat Medical Services Corporation Limited for medical services.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you to SKOCH Group. On behalf of Sri Ajay Prakash, sir, Managing Director, GMSL, I am Dr. Hitesh Prajapati. जो कोविड रिस्पॉन्स का जीएमएसएल का जो काम था वो एक अनप्रेडिक्टेबल अनएक्सेप्टेबल इवेंट का सामने हमको पूरी गुजरात स्टेट की जो पॉपुलेशन थी उनको बचाना था। तो रूटीन टेंडर प्रोसेस जो बहुत लंबे समय तक की प्रोक्योरमेंट की एक साइकिल होती थी, उसके बदले एक आईटी बेस्ड जीएमएसएल ने यूज करके कितने कंजप्शन, कितने फास्ट कंजप्शन होता है, कौन सी दवाइयाँ ज्यादा डिमांड है, उसके आईटी बेस पे कंजप्शन निकाला और हर एक हॉस्पिटल को कंजप्शन के सामने सप्लाई एक चैलेंज था, तो वो सप्लाई को काउंट डाउन करके जैसे जिन हॉस्पिटल की डिमांड ज्यादा होती थी उनको अलग एक्स्ट्रा ट्रांसपोर्टर के बेस पे उनको पहुंचाया गया है। और जो GOI की जो गाइडलाइन के अनुसार जो भी प्रायोरिटी थी कोविड-19 ड्रग्स की, तो उनके एक बफर स्टॉक का एक सिस्टम एनालाइज या GMSL में करवाया, और जो बफर स्टॉक मेंटेन था उस वजह जो सेकंड वेव थर्ड वेव में जो भी केस थे प्रायोरिटी में, तो उनको जल्द से जल्द ट्रीटमेंट मिला। और फाइनली हमारा गोल वही था कि जो मोर्टालिटी और मोर्बिडिटी जो कोविड-19 के पेशेंट में थी वो हम कम करवा सकें। तो हमारा मेन उद्देश्य एक कोविड-19 में जैसे जान है तो जहाँ है, जो मोदी जी सर का जो सूत्र है, हर एक दर्दी का हमारी एक वही एक एटीट्यूड में था कि हर एक दर्दी को हमको बचाना है। तो उस बेस पे GMSL ने काम किया।
बहुत अच्छा काम था कि इतने आप लोगों की सेवा कर पाए और जान बचा पाए, तो उसके लिए आपको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। एक बुरा वक्त था जो अब हमारे पीछे है, तो उसने हमें एक कैपेसिटी दी है ऐसी स्थिति से लड़ने की कि अगर खुदा ना खास्ता आने वाले समय में ऐसा कुछ क्राइसिस हमारे सामने होता है तो हम सब उसके लिए तैयार हों। शुभकामनाएं।
थैंक यू सर।
Mr. Dharmesh Rohit Bhai Patel, Executive Engineer, Irrigation Department, Bhavnagar from Gujarat. Bhal waterlogged area problem resolved by good governance. Patel Saab. You're not audible to us. Mr. Patel, we can't hear you. Even though you've unmuted yourself, but there is some problem, some technical glitch at your end. We are not able to hear you. You can mute yourself and unmute. Let's try once again. You can mute yourself and try unmuting. Well, you have not been able to reach us. Thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations to you and the entire team for this successful project. Dr. Prithviraj Dhar, Chief Executive Officer from Jammu and Kashmir Energy Development Agency, Jakera, Solar Street Lighting Project. Dr. Dhar. Dr. Dhar, your voice is not reaching us. We are not able to hear you. You're very well visible, but not audible. I guess you need to log out and log in again so that your voice is able to reach us. But in any case, congratulations to you. And in the next panel, you are there as a panelist, so you could log out and log in so that this problem could be resolved. Look forward to interacting with you. Thank you and congratulations. Do we have somebody from JEDA here? JEDA, can you hear me?
You will have to unmute yourself, sir. We can see your raised hand. We cannot hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Sir, myself is Chacha Silaja. I am representative from JEDA. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. The next one also goes to JEDA, which is the installation of grid-connected solar rooftop system on government buildings.
Okay, sir.
And third one, which is installation of solar water heating system on government buildings.
Government building, right, sir?
And wind power projects installation in Gujarat.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations to the department.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Doda Baswaraju, H, Managing Director, Karnataka Udyog Mitra for Central Inspection System.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Pradeep Kumar here, Joint Director, Karnataka Udyog Mitra. I am representing Mr. Dodda Basavaraju, Managing Director. He is on some other meeting, that's why I am here. And then that we have developed the central inspection system in the state, comprising of major 4 departments, and then many services have been included. That the inspection module that helps to entrepreneurs, so that well appreciation also we got from the entrepreneurs. Now everything is online. So this is what the system, and we are doing now that movie shooting also like this. So in the state, this is what about the central inspection system, sir. And then I am very much thankful and gratitude that you have selected us for the semi-final as a semi-finalist. Thank you.
Congratulations to you. Mr. Sachin Sinha, Principal Secretary, Labor Department, Government of Madhya Pradesh. Seva Online.
मैं सर एलपी पाठक, डिप्टी लेबर कमिश्नर, श्री सचिन सिन्हा साहब, प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी लेबर की ओर से बात कर रहा हूं सर। मध्य प्रदेश में बिजनेस रिफॉर्म एक्शन प्लान केंद्र सरकार द्वारा जो जारी किया गया, उसके तहत मध्य प्रदेश ने ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस में सभी कारखानों और एस्टेब्लिशमेंट के लिए कारखाना लाइसेंस, दुकानों के रजिस्ट्रेशन एवं सभी तरह के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लाइसेंस या फैक्ट्री लाइसेंस, इंटर-स्टेट माइग्रेंट लाइसेंस, एवरी लाइसेंस एंड रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए 1 से 7 दिन के अंदर हम उसकी सुविधाएं दे रहे हैं। और 1 से 7 दिन में जो सुविधाएं यदि नहीं डिलीवर हो पाती हैं तो लाइसेंस या रजिस्ट्रेशन डीम्ड जनरेट पोर्टल से हो जाने की सुविधा श्रम सेवा पोर्टल मध्य प्रदेश द्वारा प्रदान की जा रही है। इसको काफी अप्रिशिएट किया गया है। और इसमें भी जैसे ही पंजीयन या लाइसेंस के लिए आवेदन हमें प्राप्त होते हैं, उसका डॉकेट नंबर जारी हो जाता है और उसको एसएमएस, जो आवेदन करता है उसको एसएमएस के थ्रू जानकारी प्राप्त हो जाती है और निर्धारित अवधि में उसका लाइसेंस जारी हो जाता है या रजिस्ट्रेशन जारी हो जाता है। नहीं जारी होने पर डीम्ड लाइसेंस या उसकी सुविधा दी गई है। साथ ही हमारे यहाँ जितने भी मुख्यमंत्री जन कल्याण संबल योजना और बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन के जो वर्कर्स हैं, उनका रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑनलाइन किया जा रहा है और उसका जो बेनिफिट है वो डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट सिस्टम से जारी किया जा रहा है।
बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं पाठक साहब फॉर सच अ ब्यूटीफुल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कि आपने पूरा का पूरा सिस्टम जो है ऑनलाइन ले गए हैं और उसका बेनिफिट भी जो है वो एंड बेनिफिशियरी तक पहुंचना शुरू हो गया है। हमारे
एग्जैक्टली
जी, बहुत बहुत
थैंक यू।
मिस्टर विजय सिंघल, Chairman and Managing Director, Maharashtra State Electricity Distribution Company Limited for EV initiatives.
Hello, myself Avinash Haure, CGMIT, on joining on behalf of Mr. Vijay Singhal sir. He is busy in some other meeting. So thank you entire SKOCH team for giving us the platform to showcase our initiatives to the entire nation. So EV initiative. Under this initiative, we have developed one mobile app involving wherein the EV charging stations all across the Maharashtra will be visible in the app on a Google map. Availability of charging stations on the app, then wait time required at the each charging station. Everything can be seen through the app. So this app is dedicated to the citizens of the Maharashtra, so as to promote the EV initiatives across the state. So thank you. Thank you once again.
Congratulations. The next one also goes to Maharashtra State Electricity Distribution Company for restructured dashboard. Mr. Vijay Singhal.
Thanks again. This is one of the digital initiative of Mahavitran MSCDCL, wherein we have started a digital dashboard. In short, we have various IT applications in place for metering, billing, and collection. Apart from that, monitoring losses and monitoring the outages and maintenance activities all across the distribution network. So information is available through every application in silos, but this digital dashboard gives us the consolidated or the apex view of all the systems, so as to enable us to make the data driven decision. So thank you SKOCH team for awarding this to MSCDCL Order of Merit Award. Thanks once again.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Minor Irrigation Department, Government of Karnataka, Mr. Sri C. Mrityunjay Swami, Secretary, Minor Irrigation and Groundwater Development. Large-scale recycling of treated water from Bengaluru for indirect groundwater recharge. Mr. Ghulam Ali Ansari, Secretary, Minority Affairs and Madrasa Education Department, Government of West Bengal, Aikya Shri Scholarship. Mr. Prashant Ravi Shankar Joshi, Commissioner, Sports, Youth and Culture Activities Department, Government of Gujarat. Cultural performances in all government functions. Mr. Rajesh Lakhoni, Chairman cum Managing Director, Tamil Nadu Generation and Distribution Corporation.
Hello.
Automatic meter reading in
It's
open
Mrigang.
renewable generators.
It's Mrigang Vishwas from West Bengal. It's Mrigang Vishwas from West Bengal. On behalf of the Government of West Bengal, Minority Affairs and Madrasa Department, I am telling something about the scholarship of Oikos. Actually, to address the growing aspiration of minority students, the Government of West Bengal has launched Oikos scholarship in the year 2019-20. At the maiden year, actually, we have filed around 44 lakhs application. It is an unbelievable response we have received from throughout the state of West Bengal. For the interest of the minority community, Government of West Bengal has launched this program. Since earlier, we are not getting so much scholarship from the earlier scholarship programs. There are 3 types of scholarship: pre-matrix from class 1 to 10, post-matric from 11 and onwards up to PhD, and then merit cum scholarship. Merit cum means for technical and professional courses. There are 3 types of scholarships. We are providing.
This I must say is very good intervention, and you have taken care of the minority students. And as you said, 42 lakh, if I heard you correct, has been the number. So it's a great achievement, and I must congratulate you along with the entire SKOCH team, the department, and particularly Secretary Mr. Ansari for this achievement. So congratulations to you once again. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, sir. I would like to say something more. Actually, this.
Sir, we are short of time, and we already have gone through the entire presentation. So you have given a bird's eye view of your achievements, which is very, very beneficial, not only for us, but for all the people, the delegates from all across the country who have joined.
Next, I am Kawat.
Yes, actually, sir, I'd like to add 2 more things.
Sir, I will not be able to take it. My due apologies to move on. So I now invite Mr. Rajesh Lakhoni, Chairman cum Managing Director from Tamil Nadu Generation and Distribution Corporation, for automatic meter reading in open access renewable generators.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for inviting us. I think Tamil Nadu has been a pioneer in development of wind energy, and we have the highest installed wind energy capacity. One more thing is very particular about Tamil Nadu is that most of this wind energy is sold by the developer to the private people. That is what we call open access. And earlier, the accounting was done manually. Now we have put automatic meter, and that accounting in whichever point it is sold is done automatically by the generator. So with a click of button, he can adjust and generate his billing. So this is totally automated end to end, and anyone can see, the user as well as developer can see what he has generated and what he has used. So that is what the project is, end to end digitization of generation of wind energy and use of the wind energy. Thank you.
Congratulations once again.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. This is Milind Kavatkar. I'm speaking on behalf of the GST department, State GST department, Government of Gujarat. So, so this project on e-governance was about handling the whole process of scrutiny and identification of bogus taxpayers in the state of Gujarat. So, billing activity and fake invoicing is a major challenge that GST regimes face. So as a solution to this, we devised a module, we call it fraud detection and evasion detection module. So this module is the intelligence pertaining to the fraud and bogus taxpayers is generated at the headquarters, that is at Ahmedabad. And this, in the light of this information, the whole system of detecting these taxpayers and taking action, swift action against these evaders is panned out across the state through the field formations. So the whole process of initiating this action, monitoring it and concluding it, and identifying the beneficiaries, and then booking beneficiaries and collecting the tax, or then prosecution or arrest of those who are involved in the fraud, the whole system is automated. And this intelligence is first processed and created on a module, and then this module, and it is through this module that entire things get automated. So this project has had wonderful results. Just like to briefly convey the results. So in sum, around 13,344 cases of scrutiny were generated, around 2,000 crores recovered, around 6,405 taxpayer beneficiaries from whom the tax was to be recovered. The process has been set in. So this is the success of the project, and this has been a huge benefit to us. So
very nice. Thank you very much for joining us. Although
Sir, namaste. Hello, this is MI department from Karnataka government. Large-scale recycling of treated wastewater.
Sir, have I announced your?
It went through, sir. It went through. You quickly ran through that. We had some net connection, so it maybe if you just go back, it's there. Maybe one more back, maybe, or a couple of down line. It is large-scale recycling of treated wastewater.
So thank you, sir. Thank you for this award. I thank you on behalf of the state GST department. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello. Large-scale recycling. That's what it starts off with.
Hello, I am DR Patel.
No,
Just
yeah,
hold
this
on,
one,
sir.
sir.
Hold
This is the one. We are here
Please don't take more than 30 seconds because we are aware of the project.
Sir, good evening, sir. I am Mrityunjay Swami, Secretary, Minor Irrigation. I am presenting the issue along with Professor Lakshmi Narayan from Indian Institute of Science, Premier Institute of Research and Technology. Sir, this project emphasizes pumping of secondary treated sewage water from Bangalore to fill up lakes in and around Bangalore district, sir. We have got 3 or 4 districts where groundwater level has gone down up to 1,500 feet before initiation of this project. Bangalore generates around 1,440 MLD of water daily, and out of which 80% is being treated. And we have already commissioned around 860 MLD of water, and we have drawn 13.55 TMC of water. We have filled around 300 tanks. Further, we have plans to harness around 300 MLD of water and fill another 600 tanks, and totally we are pumping around 23 TMC of water, which is a huge quantity, sir. After initiation of this project, water level has got increased like anything. It is now 300 feet. The income of the farmers has got increased. The quality of water is being tested. All these issues will be discussed by my colleague, Professor Lakshmi Narayan, sir.
So nearly about 50% of Kolar, about 5 lakh people are being benefited by this project. And in all spheres of life there is a revival. Rural economy has come back, circular economy has been revived, income of farmers have gone up, women empowerment has gone up, and the problem of the city, which is handling wastewater, has become the solution for the nearby tier 2 cities of around Bangalore, where we are seeing benefits in multiple levels: water security, increase in crop, increase in milk production, increase in tourism, increase in fishery. So the benefits are many. It is listed in the presentation. So nearly about 5 lakh people have been benefited, and about 20,000 hectares of land has been converted into agricultural land.
So it's one of its unique projects, sir.
Yeah, in Asia.
And it's in large in size.
Large scale.
We have already invested around 3,000 crores. And further, we plan to invest 2,500 crores. Even Government of India has accepted it as one of its unique project, and they're shortly going to announce it as a national level project, sir.
Very nice.
Jal Jeevan Mission wants to take up this model for the rest of the
not
country.
only congratulate you for this, and I also say all the best for your other, efforts and recovery of such a huge area. Converting into a cultivable agriculture land itself is a great achievement. So my congratulations to you, Mr. Swami, and the entire team for reaching up to this level. And I hope this scales further. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello. May I audible? Hello. May I audible?
May I now invite Mr. Kumar Vineet, Managing Director, UP DESCO and Special Secretary, Department of IT and Electronics for Digi Shakti, empowering youth. Irrigation Division. Where are you from, sir?
Namaskar.
Your project, Bhal waterlogged area problem resolved by good governance.
Yes, sir. I am DR Patel. Sorry for interruption. Some technical issue.
No problem. Go ahead.
Thank you for recognize my project. I would like to share some data regarding PAL project. In monsoon, 30 villages affected by waterlogged situation. About 2 to 3 feet water stagnant from more than 2 to 3 months. In monsoon, 4,000 square kilometer catchment area rainwater rush in this particular Bhal area. In past one of the scenario, one road break for release excess water to drain excess water. For 2 to 3 effective rainy month, district administration and local area people suffer from this situation. Gujarat government drive Sudam Sudam Jal Abhiyan since 19. Small amount of work carried out under Sudlam Suplam Jal Abhiyan in this area. We create pilot cut in plain area for drain excess water to sea. We done 11 lakhs cubic meter soil excavated and around 25 kilometer in length and 15 meter width and 3 meter depth pilot channel. Instead of doing whole river cleaning, we do pilot cut. For implementing this pilot project, we use remote sensing data and survey work with
We
the
have
help of
we have the details of your project, which were very well presented during the evaluation process, and we would love to understand and learn more from you on this project, but on probably a different occasion. We have time only for this much, and anyway we are behind schedule. So kindly allow me to congratulate you and your entire team at Bhavnagar Irrigation Department for achieving this project. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I would like to thank District Administrator, Collector Sir, Gaurang Makwana Sir, and Additional Collector, Pruspudalata Madam.
Sure. We that. Thank you very much. So
Thank
this
you,
brings
sir.
us to the end of the second and the last round of SKOCH Order of Merit semi-finalist announcements. And we move on to our next panel discussion. Although we are 10 minutes behind schedule, we will extend the time into maybe up to 5:15. This panel is on the state of climate change and environment. And let me introduce our esteemed panelists today. Mr. Rajesh Lakhoni, who is Chairman cum Managing Director, Tamil Nadu Generation and Distribution Corporation Limited. He's an alumnus of IIT Delhi, obtained his master's in radar engineering. He was earlier the Principal Secretary to Government, Housing and Urban Development Department and was Chief Electoral Officer in 2016 Assembly elections in the state. Keeping the future power demand in mind and the need to protect the environment, he's planning to generate more than 7,500 megawatts of hydropower through the setting up of several pumped storage facilities. Dr. Prithviraj Dhar, Chief Executive Officer from Jammu Kashmir Energy Development Agency. Under his leadership, amongst all UTs, the Jakera has achieved highest renewable energy installed capacity, highest small hydropower installed capacity, and highest number of solar street lights installed during 2021-22. The state is also ahead in achieving highest solar power capacity addition. Mr. Sanjay Kumar Srivastava, Additional Principal Chief Conservator of Forests, Department of Forest Department from Gujarat, an IFS officer from IIT Kanpur. He has worked in conserving forests and wildlife for over a decade. His efforts in the field of mangrove plantation in Khambat have been widely acknowledged, and he was earlier the Mission Director, Gujarat Skill Development Mission. We are joined by Ms. A. Sri Lakshmi, Field Director, Pench Tiger Reserve, Maharashtra Forest Department. She has worked in Sironcha, Gadchiroli, Ahmednagar, and Pune as Deputy Conservator of Forest. She is known to be daring and challenged mafias too. She cleared encroachments, spreading over 750 hectares in Pune city and district, and planted local species. She works extensively on the climate change projects, along with other tiger conservation related works. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this discussion on climate change and environment. In fact, just to give a brief backdrop to it, climate change and our threat to the environment, they are both posing a huge challenge to humanity. We are also trying to combat its detrimental effects in our own way by making our individual efforts. Air pollution and environmental sustainability are great concerns. Needless to say that 21 of the world's 30 most polluted cities are in India. We are also experiencing erratic weather patterns, rains post-monsoons as it is going on across the country. In different cities, there are floods, there are rising sea levels, causing environmental damages due to climate change. India is having diversified geography and is mostly impacted by such changes and in its extremes. The temperatures are rising somewhere and somewhere else it is snowing during the time when it is supposed to. So if I may invite Dr. Dhar, who is known to be doing a lot of innovative work. My first question is that what should be done, what can be done to tackle the effects of climate change and environment degradation in the domain where you come from? Dr. Dhar.
Hello, may I go ahead, sir?
No, I asked Dr. Dhar.
Okay, thank you.
I'll come back to you, ma'am. Dr. Dhar, I'm having the same problem. We're not able to hear you. Kindly log out and log in again. Probably you'll be able to solve this technical glitch. In the meanwhile, I'll move over to invite Miss Sri Lakshmi.
Yes, thank you once again, sir. And this project, it's very happy that we are part of this initiative. And this project is rightly addressing the climate change process. Like it is like, I know it is a big problem like this. It is like a tip of the iceberg, definitely what we are doing. I'm not saying that we have could achieve a lot in that, but yes, this is an initial step, baby step that we have taken here as a part of NHCC project funded by NABARD. Here, actually, the project goes like initially while construction of a Totnadu Dam. It is an irrigation project. In many cases, wherever the different projects are coming up, there is a construction of buildings for the staff and other infrastructure is being in process. So it is some legal buildings and it is part of the Tiger Reserve and many other illegal structures came in over there. So finally, Supreme Court chipped in to evacuate these illegal buildings and we could remove the encroachments also in this place apart from the 58 buildings. The biggest thing is like the project is working on two fronts. One is eco restoration of the degraded land. It is 272 hectares area. as well as some imparting livelihood to the beneficiaries in and around the places. Because some people used to get some livelihood in these colonies, of irrigation colony, and they used to work over there. And once they were dislocated from the place, their livelihood is at question. So addressing the livelihood is also one issue. And most important is this Vidarbha area where we are working. We are having a Goan community, the tribal community, known for the practices of climate resilient activities they do. So within the project also, first thing is the eco restoration we did. So we have removed all the 58 buildings with foundations completely. And not only that, so that area was covered with the good soil, and now it is a place for all the fauna over there. And now, like, we have 40 hectares of meadows, a small plantation, and so much of SNC works which has been taken place. And most of the eco restoration work is already in. And the livelihood works, the 5 villages we have livelihood works, wherein we are going for major activities like poultry, fisheries, and other small initiatives where they can really go up. Apart from that, we have one museum exclusively Goan community lifestyle. We have developed one small interpretation center. See, traditionally we are very eco-friendly, but over the years we just moved on to some new initiatives which resulted in the climate change in a bigger area. So the original lifestyles of these tribals, which is very much climate resilient, and which should be learned for everyone. So this is our benchmark in Pench. And the tourists who is coming, around 50,000 tourists do come to the Pench every year. So they do visit these parks, this interpretation center as well, and they can see the recreated meadows where the earlier, to be fun part, like earlier there used to be bar, something like bars also within the park, because the colony is there. Now it was converted to deep bars rather. So our human bars were converted to deep bars. So such an achievement we had. And thanks to NABARD for funding this. And this is one of its kind in the tiger reserves of the country. And not only that, in future, wherever, see, in many of the areas in national parks and tiger reserves, there is a relocation of villages. So when the villages got relocated, we have certain croplands over there and certain buildings definitely. The croplands can be converted to meadows, and the buildings should be completely removed, because leftover buildings create very huge nonsense for the animals, for the havoc for the animals. So under this project, with the help of many departments, so we have removed these buildings, and the PWD is instrumental in removing the buildings. And on this bill, from the dumps, what we got, we created one dump, and even we eco-restricted the dump as well, so that even that material was now used for a betterment and as a form of a dump regeneration. And moreover that here we are going for the carbon credit project also, because from the day when we have got in many institutions which are with us, like
That's actually my next question, so I'll come back to you. And in the meanwhile, let me move over to another gentleman, Mr. Srivastava from the Forest Department. The climate change and environment degradation, that's a question for you. Degradation is a major threat to flora, fauna, and wildlife. So you're looking at the forest. So what steps need to be taken to mitigate its impact? Mr. Srivastava, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Dr. Danjal. I think it's very relevant and very important question. What do we do to mitigate the climate change? I would say, instead of just mitigating, focusing on mitigation, we should also try to reduce the source of the problem. Let us understand what exactly is the source of the problem. For if we talk about climate change, if we start analyzing very soon, it comes that it is mainly because of increase in carbon concentration or CO2 concentration in the atmosphere. Now, the only thing I would say, if I can say that, the only thing that can reduce it, not only on this planet, probably on the entire universe. I mean, on this, depending on this, based on the science we know, there is only one thing which actually reduces the carbon dioxide from atmosphere, that is a tree. So if we really want to do something meaningful to address the problem, we should reduce the source of the problem, that is production of carbon dioxide. That is one thing, we should reduce the production of carbon dioxide. But second thing, we cannot avoid it altogether. So we need to do something to sequestrate. For sequestration, there is only one thing, that is a tree. So all the efforts or most of the efforts regarding climate mitigation should be directed towards growing trees. Another thing that I would like to mention here, it is not just growing tree, it is also using more wood. Because there is a general notion that we should not cut trees at all. And it is there is a downside of it. What happens if we don't use wood? We are forced to use plastics, concrete, and steel, aluminum. All these alternatives are more damaging to the atmosphere. They produce more carbon dioxide. So we should not only grow trees, we should also promote sensible use of wood. Obviously, burning of wood is not good. I do not advocate, and no one can advocate that. But using wood in furnitures, household items, wherever possible, is a good strategy. So that should be promoted. Now when I talk about tree cutting, I must qualify it, what exactly I mean by that. Definitely indiscriminate tree cutting cannot be promoted. There are areas which are involutive, so we cannot allow, because they are giving other services, eco services. I mean, they are house to wildlife, lots more megafauna and smaller organism also. So I'm not advocating tree cutting there, but there are a lot of areas, maybe even in forest areas, or even definitely outside forest area. There are a lot of areas where we can promote tree growing, and we can also promote tree cutting over there, and we should facilitate it that by means of making easy rules, easy both cutting and transport rules. And in our public procurement policy, we should try to promote wood wherever possible. So in my opinion, this is the way we should try to tackle the source of the climate change problem. Thank you. Yes, Dr. Dhanjal.
Dr. Dara, am I audible, sir?
Yes, now you're audible very much.
Okay, thank you so
Great.
much.
Welcome back. So in fact, my question extends to you, which is what I had put in front of your previous speaker, that how to mitigate the risks of climate change, and in fact, the kind of work based on innovation that is being done. What should be done to tackle the effects?
As far as the renewable energy sector is concerned, we all are aware that the energy which we are generating, which we are utilizing at present, is all from the maximum. It is from the fossil fuels, from the coal-based plant. So the mission it was started in 2010 with the Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission. That by 2022, 20,000 megawatt power will be generated from the solar. But once Shri Narendra Modi Sahab took over as Prime Minister of the country, the target was enhanced from 20,000 megawatts to 100 gigawatts, 1 lakh megawatts by solar only, and 60,000 megawatts by wind, and 10,000 megawatts by biomass, and 5,000 megawatts by hydropower projects. So it was targeted as 175 gigawatts instead of 20 gigawatts. And by 2022 March, we have already achieved the target of 168 gigawatts. In wind, we have generated more energy than the 60,000 megawatts it was targeted. Now the target has been fixed to achieve it around 450 gigawatt by 2030. So for that, the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy is promoting different types of schemes across the country. Recently, in the Rural Development Department, one scheme has been launched with the Gram Urja Swaraj, in which in every panchayat, the villages will be made carbon neutral. There are different ways to make the villages as carbon neutral. One is by plantation, and the main is that we provide them the electricity with the generation of solar power. So in every panchayat, by within 3 to 4 years, more than 450 panchayats will be covered with the solar power. And by 2030, in every panchayat, we will have the solar power projects. So the energy, around 60% energy would be generated from the solar and rest from the other sources. The mission is that by 2047, across the country, we should get energy from the solar 60 to 70%. Basically, with the passage of time, the population increases, demand of the energy increases. But by 2047, by 60 to 70% energy is to be from the renewable sector. And by 2067, it has to touch 100%. All the energy will be from the renewable. So we are moving in that direction. In the UT of J&K also, we are doing many hydropower projects. We are having a power development department who are looking the bigger hydropower projects. Similarly, we are developing some mega scale solar power projects in the Leh area. Presently in Leh area, we are having a problem that is not, we don't have the transmission line to vacate the power from the Leh to the other parts of the country. But you may have seen in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, many solar power parks are being developed in these states. Wonderful. So ultimately, we have to move to renewable energy. So we have to move to solar energy.
So that's a big challenge for Transco and Gencos and the Discom. So we have from Tamil Nadu, Genco and Discom together in Mr. Rajesh Lakhoni. And my question to you is that, should subsidies in this particular context, as Dr. Dhari is talking about, on fossil fuels should be shifted to renewables? Why do batteries matter for India's energy transition? And we've also talked about rooftop solar. Is that a missing link in India's renewable sector, or what else to your mind?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think the questions are very wide, and renewable energy sector is not as simple as it made it out to be, that you can make a village, means in the sense fully solar or something. Now, in the sense, Tamil Nadu, you must be knowing, we are pioneer in wind energy. In 1981, people had not heard of wind energy, and we started windmills and started banking, which is now being talked about. And we are the highest installed capacity in Tamil Nadu. Now, I think the government of India has come out with a good policy on RPO, that is renewable purchase obligation for each discom. So presently, Tamil Nadu has highest renewable energy generation of 21% in energy terms. In terms of installed capacity, we are 17,000 megawatt, and we are the only discom or generating company which has more renewable installed capacity than the conventional capacity in the country. And we are the size of Sri Lanka. In the sense, if you just want to compare the scales, then I'll come to your answer. We are the size of Singapore. Our grid size is of the Singapore and Malaysia. And we are bigger than Netherlands, Belgium, Finland, and many of the European countries. So that is the scale in which we operate in terms of renewable as well as conventional capacity, the state of Tamil Nadu alone. Now, the issue is that shifting of subsidy. Now, solar is a great option, is going to grow by leaps and bounds. But the challenge is the solar is available in the daytime only. And how do we basically manage solar the daytime, and night? Basically, batteries are becoming very expensive. Solar daytime. So solar is very useful when you generate and consume in the same time. If you're generating and storing it, becomes prohibitively expensive. You can store it for 1 or 2 hours, but not for 20 hours. Like morning 8 to 4 is solar is available, but you can't store for 10 hours. So what is the strategies we have to do? So we have to now really, as you pointed out, I think we have to shift the solar consumption on the rooftop, so that people at the daytime, at least on the rooftop, they generate and consume. The more important thing which I like to point out is the EV charging. The EV charging, I think our policies have been to promote charging stations in the flats and residential houses, where the people can charge the EV vehicles at night. It should be totally changed, because ultimately solar is going to come in Delhi. So we should incentivize charging at daytime, So actually, we should promote charging stations in offices so that people go to the offices, they charge their vehicles, not at, and we should discourage charging at homes is what I'll recommend. That is how we'll have to change in the subsidies regime. Third thing I like to submit is presently wind farm developments and solar farm developments are being done on an auction route. Now, auction routes are good in terms of discounts. In the sense, a lot of people get the price discover is very low, but it excludes a lot of small operators. So I think we'll have to work out a hybrid model where we discover the price through an auction route and allow small developers to build solar or wind farm, so that the development, the incentive, we incentivize everyone's participation in wind energy development. That also is another policy change. And lastly, I'll talk about is basically solar is available in daytime and batteries are very prohibitively expensive if you want 14 hours. So we'll have to do something called pump storages, which at least will give you evening hours power of 6 hours to 8 hours, which will again cut down on coal consumption. So I think the pump storages, but unfortunately, pump storages are available only in forest areas. In the sense, 2 reservoirs are there at different levels. So we'll have to work out strategies so that pump storages can be put up fast. It conventionally takes 4 to 5 years to put a pump storage system. So we'll have to work out strategies so that it can be done faster, so that a lot of pump storage system come up in India very fast. And a lot of other small other thing, as we said, we have put in semi-finalists. When we are encouraging renewable energy generation, we should increase the consumer's convenience also, who is generating the renewable energy, whether it's rooftop solar thing or wind energy, and whatever they want to do should be done without human interaction. So it should be totally online. They're acting with their interaction with DISCOM is what I'll suggest, because the time is short, so I'll not prolong on other issues. So these are 2-3 things I'd like to mention here, so that wind and this solar energy or renewable energy grows exponentially in country. Thank you.
I understand the point that you're making. In fact, you come more from the PSU corporate side while making these submissions. That also makes me think of another rising issue, which is the investment. So mostly the Indian banking industry. I mean, I want to ask you this question. It may be out of context here, but it came to my mind. Are they ready for these climate breaking points? Because underestimating the risks to their investors or otherwise into the investments, neglecting the urgency of cutting emissions. So are the banking industry, by way of making further investments, putting their investments at risk, are they aware of that? Because you as a DISCOM or you as a generating company have to go back and tell them, as this is what you need to do, and you have to be aware of it.
In terms of, I think the financial risk, banks are taking, I think renewable is the safest, because once you put it, there's no maintenance cost. It's what is the investment cost is there that you have to recover in 25 years, provided they do due diligence on who is purchasing the renewable. And anyway, energy is going to be used continuously over a period of time. So actually, it's not that we are going to go away from energy and do some other source of sustaining our livelihood activities. So energy is going to be there. So in terms of renewable, I think that investment point of view is safe. In terms of the returns on investment, I think that is, we'll have to do a lot of financial model. What is that expectation of people and what is the expectation of banks to maximize? I think we can't be taking it renewable as a commercial project and maximize the returns on it. We should do it in what is the social cost benefit analysis and do that kind of return analysis on that. And I think it is sustainable in 15 to 20 years. I only have one request or maybe one suggestion is renewable. Basically, the life cycle of a project is around 25 years and it goes beyond 25 years. The bank finances are available only for 10 to 12 years. So it doesn't matches. So it basically puts undue burden on people who have to repay the loan, etc. So I think the tenure of the loan has to be increased, and the banks will have to work on this direction, that for renewable, the tenure of the loan has to be increased. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Dhar, your video is switched off.
Yeah, now it's on.
Yeah. Your response.
Regarding subsidy?
Regarding the financing, the ROI.
There are a large number of banks which are financing the renewable energy projects. Presently, if we talk about the hydro sector, if it is developed by the IPPs, they get good returns. But in case of solar sector, the returns are not so good because the generation in solar energy is comparatively much lower. It is 1/4 than that of the hydro. So once we go for the hydro generation, if it is 1 megawatt, it generates around 60 lakh units per annum. So he gets a revenue of around 2.4 crore per annum. But when we talk about the solar, it is just 15 lakh units per year. So the revenue will be around, and the tariff determined across the country is much lower. It is just 2 rupees something. So these are not viable on these rates. I don't know how how these IPPs are developing projects on such low rates, but they are not viable on such low rates. Maybe they are getting loans from the international banks and all that, so they are managing in that way. So in solar sector, the subsidy should be provided so that it will be the viable technology as on date it is not otherwise viable. So banking has to play an important role to provide loans at a very low rate of interest. Then only the solar sector could be developed.
Yeah, I take that point. Let me at this moment go back to the forest departments. This particularly, I would like to like Ms. Sri Lakshmi to answer.
Before that, can I interact for a second?
Yes, please go ahead.
I have a slightly different opinion on that subsidized way of development of renewable energy. Subsidy has to be there for a small sector like rooftop and other things. But for as far as utility scale is concerned, the scope is to tap the international finances is very high. And I think we don't have to subsidize. We have to facilitate is what I'll use, not subsidize, because subsidy basically then a lot of skewness in system comes up because then who pays for subsidy? Ultimately, some discounts will have to pay for subsidy. So solar rooftop is fine because we'll have to popularize the movement. We'll have to bring the awareness, and people should start owning the generation. So solar rooftop is very good and fine. We should subsidize, but not the utility scale solar. Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Dhar, would you like to respond to this or shall I move on?
Yes, sir, you may move on. He's right. Not in the utility scale. It should be in the rooftop sector. In the small sector, subsidy is required. Otherwise, it's not viable. Because in different states, the tariffs are different. When we talk about the Delhi, UP, the tariff is around 8 rupee, or in Maharashtra, it is around 10 rupee. But when we talk about the J&K, Himachal, in J&K, the tariff is just 2 rupees, 3 rupees. So unless we give subsidy on the rooftop sector, so it will not be viable. But in the areas where the tariff is already 10 rupees, 9 rupees, so it is viable without subsidy there. But the large scale power projects, the subsidy is not to be given, but the land is to be provided. For that, the government has to take initiatives how to arrange the land banks, because we require a huge land banks for development of solar sector. Just for a 1 megawatt, we require 30 canals. And when we go for the mega scale power projects, we develop 1,000 megawatt, 2,000 megawatt. So huge land banks are required for that purpose.
Correct. Well, point taken there. So let me move over to Ms. Sri Lakshmi, a softer side of climate change in India, which is the third dimension. That is educating girls. So our forests, historically have had communities living inside. And, while we see that these people are generally dependent on the forest produce, they use forest refuse as the fuel and stuff like that. So that also adds to the problem, adds to the carbon emissions, so on and so forth. Educating girls is also an issue. Generally, it is seen that if the women are educated, they take calls on, they take decisions on water, food waste, fuel choices, and how during the winter the house is to be heated, so on and so forth. And that goes to a great extent, contributes to a great extent in preventing climate change. They also do, energy choices, what needs to be done, what not. But given these forest communities where all these awareness and education is lacking, how big is this challenge?
Sir, thanks, a very nice question. And initially the forest-based communities living in and around forest is their life. So for everything they are dependent on forest. And of course, definitely their way of living is definitely not that harmful that compared to ours. So whatever they're using for their livelihood, what for the minimum domestic work, that is okay. It's not in a commercial way. But what happens, they immediate pressure of climate change is again on them, because for someone to have power and sitting somewhere in AC room like us, but some they were displaced from the location for some project, right? So they are displaced. But definitely over the years they also know the facts. So initial thing is like estimation of ecosystem services, and polluter pay principle only will work. And this market of carbon trading will definitely help. At least in paint, we are going with a carbon product, carbon credit project, where the because they are not using the forest for their own benefits. Maybe they're not letting the fire happens, and they're destroying the ecosystem over there. So those benefits can be valued in the form of carbon and then can be given to the villages. That project we are already taken up. And coming to the educating the women and creating of awareness, yes, it is the very good thing. And in Maharashtra, we have a specific scheme called Shama Prasad Janvan Yojana, wherein we are giving them alternative fuel. Like, we are replacing we are giving them LPG, and we are giving some, improved chulas, and we are providing some livelihood to the women. Definitely. And again, important thing is like we should go for the skill development, what we are having in sessions in the morning. So this is also very important, because in at least in villages in Nirano Paint, around 1,200 boys and girls were given voluntary education, and they were settled elsewhere, and they're earning a decent earnings. So they are, they're stopping their families not to enter the forest again. So such kind of benefits we have to give to the villages. And while doing so, it's not only women. We should take care of all the age groups whosoever in the village, like for the children, for the young lads and the girls, as well as women and some old people also. So if you have this holistic approach, this is a good the work which can be done. And in Maharashtra, we have this eco development committees in and around the tiger reserves, where 25 lakhs of rupees is given from the forest department, and rest of the all development schemes can be converged and being implemented in those villages. So this is one option, but definitely yes, it's more. I feel it is burden is more on urban areas than the rural areas. So we should try to adopt a rural way of life, which ones at least our grandparents used to have that. So it is more educating. I feel we need to require to educate more the masses of the communities of who are in the cities rather than the villages, because they already have the sustainable way of life. By and large, their livelihood requirements is also very less. So, and we try to curb more on them basically than in the urban areas. So it is the reverse way. I beg your pardon to differ, but it is what I feel as a
No,
person.
that's all right. This is an alternate opinion, and which is what
Yes,
we are looking at.
Yes, yes.
I, at any given point in time, not looking at anyone to agree with whatever I say.
Yeah.
I want you to disagree and submit your
Yes. And one more thing is like
so that there are takeaways from the panel.
Yes, more again, the green technology should be, more research towards green technology should be in place. And it's not only solar which can work really. Everything has got its plus and minuses, but more and more lab to land things and more green technology should be in place, so that this is a problem that everyone is facing and it's for all. It's not only for one person or something. It's for whole community what we are having like. So, and provided that in as a forest department, many see we are anti-developmental and all, but we feel that 20% of area on the geographical area on the forest is doing something for the climate change. Definitely, is only one source, as sir already told. The only carbon sink is forest, so we feel proud to be working in this department. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So the same question goes over for another opinion to Mr. Srivastava, Sanjay Kumar Srivastava. Your video is switched off. Srivastava, are you there? So it looks like he's not there. So we have had a cross section of opinion on a very wide subject of climate change and environment. And I'm very glad that we have agreed to disagree, and we have presented our different experiences from the domains where we come from. And I thank each and every one of you for having contributed immensely to this discussion. Although I would have loved if there was more time with us. And my heartfelt thanks once again to everyone for being with us. And we move on to our last leg, which is the announcement of SKOCH Awards. And I request you to stay back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. SKOCH Award. Before I start making the announcement for SKOCH Awards for the year 2022, I have the pleasure of inviting Mr. Sameer Kochar, Chairman SKOCH Group, author of Modinomics. He's already joined. He's with us.
Namaskar.
Is Mr. Kochar with us? Yes, he is. So,
Namaskar to all.
Spotlight him, please.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening, and I'm looking forward to getting a lot of good case study material out of what all wonderful work that you've been doing. So looking forward to the awards and who finally wins. Good, sir.
Thank you so much. And here we go. Making the announcement for the SKOCH Awards. And I have the pleasure of inviting Ms. K. Radhika Iyer, District Magistrate. Silver in District Governance goes to District Administration Bankura for Operation Pusti.
Congratulations, Radhika ji.
Mr. Debashish Sarkar, Joint Director. Silver in Education for School Education Department, Government of West Bengal.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you. Silver in Education goes to Education Department, Government of Gujarat for finishing school. Mr. S.J. Haider, Principal Secretary. Higher and Technical Education, and Mr. M. Nagarajan, Commissioner, Higher Education.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving this honor for our department. SKOCH has a very long history of appreciating impactful projects, and we are happy to be part of this event this year in this current edition. And all the credit goes to our team who are doing excellent job on the ground in touching the students' lives.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The next one, silver in education, also goes to the Education Department, Government of Gujarat, for Mukhyamantri Yuva Swavlamban Yojana, Mr. Haider and Mr. Nagarajan.
Yeah, thank you very much again. And this is one of the most impactful schemes where students are able to pursue their higher education with the support of state government. And almost 250 crores every year is being distributed for various courses, professional courses like engineering and medical in the self-finance institutions. And it is one of the most impactful schemes of Government of Gujarat.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
The next silver in education goes to Gujarat Ecological Foundation and Research Foundation. Development of Climate Resilient Society for Vulnerable Communities of Kutch District. Yes, Meghaji.
Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of Director
Well, thank you for
Foundation.
We have not been able to hear you very clearly, but we do. Thank you.
I feel
Gujarat Knowledge Society silver in education for Project Impact integrated module of placement apprenticeship cum training, Mr. S.J. Haider and Mr. G.T. Pandya, Director Technical Education.
Thank you. On behalf of the Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education, Mr. Haider, and our technical education team, I would like to take the honor. And this impact scheme, we are doing placement and apprenticeship, where we are linking them with the industry and providing them job opportunities in their final year. So thank you very much for this honor.
Congratulations once again.
Congratulations.
Yet another silver in education goes to Knowledge Consortium of Gujarat for geographic education mapping of higher education, Mr. S.J. Haider and Mr. R.K. Shah, Director, Knowledge Consortium of Gujarat.
Mr. R.K. Shah.
Do we have Mr. Shah with us?
So once again, I would like to take the honor. In this project, we are doing a GIS-based information system for mapping the higher educational institutions and converting the data we have into a graphical visualization on a map, which is helping us in making decisions. Thank you for awarding this.
Congratulations. Silver in education. Next one goes to Samagra Shiksha, Government of Himachal Pradesh for E-Samvad, Dr. Virendra Sharma, State Project Director.
Good evening to all the for having the Silver Award. I really appreciate and congratulate my team member also for having put in immense hard work for almost last 2.5 years. I was for along in Himachal Pradesh in making more efforts and taking different strides in making education, other quality education better and more prevalent. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Silver in education for Higher Education Department, Government of Gujarat for Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, RUSA, Mr. S.J. Haider and Dr. Yogesh T. Yadav, State Nodal Officer, RUSA.
Yogesh ji.
Thank you. Thank you, SKOCH team, and thank you, our Honorable Haider sir and Nagaraj sir for providing the very visionary path to develop the whole scheme in the Gujarat state. Once again, sir, thank you to SKOCH team and all my colleagues and all the well-wishers who have supported me for the same. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Silver in environment goes to Environment and Climate Change Department, Government of Maharashtra, for Majhi Vasundhara, Mr. Praveen Darade, Principal Secretary.
Yes, thank you for this great honor. I will take this opportunity to thank on behalf of Principal Secretary, Environment and Climate Change Department and our entire Majhi Vasundhara team. I also like to congratulate all the participants in the incredible work. We started Majhi Vasundhara Abhiyan, a statewide campaign to promote sustainable development through active citizen partnerships. We are immensely grateful towards all citizens of the state who have actively participated in the campaign, and we are contributing towards the climate change mitigation and adaptation. Without the support of the local bodies and citizens of the states, it would have been difficult to attain this success. This Abhiyan is one of its kind and is formulated to work on all the 5 elements of nature: Bhumi, Vayu, Jala, Agni and Akash. The impact of Majhi Vasundhara Abhiyan is huge. The carbon sequestration under this Abhiyan can be translated in terms of carbon sequestration by 162 RA forest. With this, I would like to thank everyone again for the award and for all the support from SKOCH team during the nomination process. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mr. Bhutan. Ayush Verma, Deputy Conservator of Forest from Bhutan. Silver in Forest, Gujarat Forest Department for Patrolling Plan for Gir. You are muted, Mr. Verma.
Hello.
Muted again. Please unmute.
Yes, I heartily thank the entire SKOCH team for this honor. It's a heartfelt encouragement. Not only is it a veritable pat on my back to do some good work, but I feel that this award is essentially dedicated to the forest staff who, through their toil, have been protecting what is good. So I once again heartily thank the entire SKOCH team for this honor. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Another silver in forest for Gujarat Forest Department for Risdalia model. Mr. Puneet Nair, Deputy Conservator of Forests.
Thank you. Thanks to the SKOCH team for recognizing the efforts of Risdalia, and this will go a long way to enable the communities and also motivate the communities to do better in the future. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Next silver in forest goes to Marine National Park, Forest Department, Government of Gujarat for translocation and rehabilitation of true corals. Mr. R. Senthil Kumaran, Deputy Conservator of Forests. Mr. Mahesh Chandra Sharma, Managing Director. Silver in governance, Rajasthan State Warehousing Corporation for warehousing.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gurusaranji and the entire SKOCH team for recognizing our special initiatives and best practices, which have brought really good results in Rajasthan warehousing system. Thanks a lot, sir.
Congratulations. Silver in horticulture goes to Department of Horticulture, Government of Karnataka for horticulture application for scheme implementation and regulating utilization of funds. Mr. Shakil Ahmed, Joint Director, Horticulture. Mr. C. Mrityunjay Swami, Secretary, Minor Irrigation and Groundwater Development Department. Silver in Irrigation.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Recycling of treated water from Bengaluru for indirect groundwater recharge. Government of Karnataka.
Sir, thank you from state of Karnataka and people of Kolar for a stored of water. And thanks to initiative of government of Karnataka, we were able to increase the groundwater availability. It inspires us to do much more work in state of Karnataka. Thank you once again, sir.
It is a absolutely wonderful project. I sat through your talk. Congratulations. It's a very good project.
And I convey my congratulations to Professor Lakshmi Narayan from IASC, who has helped us in monitoring the project, sir. It is a premier research institute.
It's a very good project, and I hope it is replicated elsewhere.
Yeah, we believe. We thank first of all the SKOCH team, the MI department for supporting us this project. It's a project which has benefited lakhs of people to date and more to come, sir. And we wish and hope that through these kinds of projects, water scarcity in the country will be addressed, and wastewater will become really a resource for the rest of the country. And we use it in an effective way so people are benefited. At the end of the day, people are benefited, farmers' incomes are doubled, and this project becomes like a pioneering project going ahead. And I really thank the MI department for trusting IISc for this job, and I'm happy that there is benefit on the ground. People are enjoying it, and I would like to thank all my colleagues, Professor Chanakya, Professor Mohan Kumar, and the entire team of MI and IISc for making this project a success. Thank you very much, and thank you, SKOCH team, for identifying the efforts of this project. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Silver in irrigation goes to Irrigation Department, Bhavnagar, Gujarat. For Bhal waterlogged area problem resolved by good governance, Mr. Dharmesh Rohit Bhai Patel, Executive Engineer.
Thank you very much, Team SKOCH. Thank you. I would like to thank you, District Administrator, Collector Yogesh Nirgule sir, Collector sir,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
In police and safety, the silver goes to Delhi Police for Yuva, Ms. Benika Mary Jaikar, Deputy Commissioner of Police. Would you like to say something?
Thank you very much, sir, for acknowledging the efforts of Delhi Police in this project. It is a game changer because it will show the police in a very positive light from the usual point of view of crime prevention and detection to a very different side, the soft side of police. Through this project, Delhi Police has changed and touched the lives of thousands of young girls and boys. And through the Yuva 2.0 and the CSR funding that we are getting in the forthcoming stages, we hope to change many more lives. And we hope that the positive image with which Delhi Police is seen as of today keeps improving in the coming years to come.
Congratulations. Very good work.
Congratulations. The next one, silver in police and safety, also goes to Delhi Police for Sashakti. Mr. B.L. Suresh, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Special Police Unit for Women and Children. You are muted, ma'am.
मैडम यू आर म्यूटेड, आप म्यूट पर हैं.
अब दोबारा आपने म्यूट कर दिया. जी, अब ठीक है.
Thank you so much, sir, for this award, this honor. And many thanks of SKOCH team for my department of Special Police Unit, Women and Children. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. In power and energy, silver goes to Gujarat Energy Development Agency, JEDA, for wind power projects installation in Gujarat under state and central policy. Mr. S.J. Haider, Principal Secretary, Climate Change Department, and Ms. Shivani Goyal, Director, JEDA.
Thank you for the all panelists to select our project as a SKOCH award. On behalf of Shivani Madam and Mr. S. Haider, I myself, H.S. Silatia, is receiving this award. Thank you very much, sir.
Congratulations. In power and energy, silver goes to Tamil Nadu Generation and Distribution Corporation for automatic meter reading in open access renewable generators. Mr. Rajesh Lakhoni, Chairman cum Managing Director.
हाँ क्या बोल रहे थे?
Congratulations, Lakhoni sir.
Thanks a lot. This is Venkatesh Super Engineer from IT. Our CMD, Mr. Rajesh Lakhani, is engaged with some other activity. I thank the entire team of SKOCH for giving us this award, sir. We are very honored and we would like to improve ourselves further. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations. Ease of doing business, gold, goes to Karnataka Udyog Mitra for Central Inspection System. Mr. Dodda Baswaraju, H, Managing Director.
Thank you to SKOCH team that they have selected us for the gold award. That this system, central inspection module, definitely it is helping to investors for their easy inspections and then in ease of doing business. So thank you once again to SKOCH team. Sir. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Next gold in education goes to Education Department, Government of Gujarat for Shodh, scheme for developing high quality research. Mr. S.J. Haider, Principal Secretary, and Mr. M. Nagarajan, Commissioner, Higher Education.
Thank you very much. It's a very wonderful honor now, especially this Shodh scheme. We are supporting the PhD students by giving them grant of 20,000 per month for 2 years and also another additional 20,000 for books and other materials. So overall, a researcher gets 2 lakh rupees of grant. This is to promote high level of research, and it's a very competitive process with limited number of scholarships that are available. This has brought in a lot of improvement in the research topics and also the quality of research across Gujarat. Thank you very much for recognizing this effort.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, gold in education goes to Society for Creation of Opportunities through Proficiency in English. Project Scope, Education Department, Government of Gujarat. Opportunities through Proficiency in English. Mr. S.J. Haider, Chairperson, Scope, and Mr. Nagarajan, CEO, Scope.
I would like to request Joint CEO, Scope, Manshi Shivani, to do the honors.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving this. Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity. Good evening to everyone. In the occasion of 83rd SKOCH Summit and SKOCH Award Ceremony, thank you for bestowing us with such an honor and this special award. I feel overwhelmed and emotional, and I am at a loss of words. This is a very special moment in my life. It already felt like a win when I found out that we are even being considered for this prestigious award. Scope, a society for creation of opportunities through proficiency in English. We have been functioning actively for 15 years, and our vision is to achieve excellence through convenience, affordability, inclusivity, and accessibility to enhance English language proficiency among the youth of Gujarat and empower them and explore national level and global opportunities. I am heartily thankful to Honorable Principal Secretary Sri S.J. Haider sir, Sri M. Nagarajan sir, CEO SKOCH and Commissioner of Higher Education for their continued support and guidance. I would also like to extend my gratitude to entire Education Department of Gujarat, which has enabled us to fulfill our mission and expand our vision time and again. Thank you very much. Thanks, SKOCH. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Gold in e-governance goes to Uttar Pradesh Development Systems Corporation Limited, UPDESCO, for Digi Shakti. Mr. Kumar Vineet, Managing Director, UPDESCO and Special Secretary, Department of IT and Electronics. Gold in forest goes to Pench Tiger Reserve, Maharashtra Forest Department for climate resilience, building and livelihood promotion through development of bioreserve forest areas on degraded forest land. Ms. A. Sri Lakshmi, Conservator of Forest and Field Director, Pench Tiger Reserve.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, SKOCH team. And my team is all here. So we'll together celebrate this moment. And thanks for selecting us. And this would be a pioneer project and will help many other places. So, and we welcome all to Pench to see it for live, sir. Thank you all, sir.
Congratulations. Very, very wonderful.
You,
I would try and come to see Pench myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're welcome anytime, sir. Thank you, sir. And my team is just starting with me, sir. Just
Congratulations to you all. Compliments. Very good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Gold in governance. Gujarat Maritime Board for Port Operation Management Studies, Kalpesh Vitlani, General Manager.
Good evening. This is Kalpesh Vitlani. I sincerely thank SKOCH for the initiative taken by them, such a great platform which recognize the process, EODB, all those areas where work done by various agencies of the government. I sincerely thank my management also for supporting me always. SKOCH, once again, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dr. Suresh Shanbog, Director, Department of Civil Aviation, Government of Goa for development of Greenfield International Airport at Mopa. Gold in governance. Gold in labor goes to Labor Department, Government of Madhya Pradesh for Shram Seva Online. Mr. Sachin Sinha, Principal Secretary.
मैं प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी की ओर से एलपी पाठक डिप्टी लेबर कमिश्नर बोल रहा हूं। थैंक यू स्कॉच टीम और हमारे सभी लोगों को बहुत कांग्रेचुलेट कि आपने श्रम विभाग मध्य प्रदेश के इस तरह के कार्यक्रम को रिकॉग्नाइज किया। थैंक यू स्कॉच।
Congratulations. Gold in minority affairs.
लग रहा था कि गोल्ड
goes to Minority Affairs and Madrasa Education Department, Government of West Bengal for ICAS scholarship. Mr. Ghulam Ali Ansari, Secretary.
Thank you, SKOCH team. On behalf of Secretary MMA Department, I'm Mrigank Biswas, West Bengal Minority Development and Finance Corporation. Thank you, SKOCH team, for acknowledging the scheme which is for the downtrodden minorities for betterment of their higher studies, for betterment of higher studies of our minority communities of the state, which helps the remote students who got the scholarship and build their education. Again, I thank you to SKOCH, our team, and I hope they will acknowledge our forthcoming activities of scholarship, which the government of West Bengal has launched in the year 2019-20. Thank you.
Congratulations. Gold in police and safety. Delhi Police for Hawk Eye. I invite Mr. Vijendra Kumar Yadav, Deputy Commissioner of Police, to receive the award.
Sir, thanks a lot. I thank entire SKOCH team. Any acknowledgement coming from peers and elders is like a blessing. It inspires us to strive for excellence and to take new initiatives, which I assure will keep on doing. So on behalf of entire Delhi Police, especially those Jawans who toiled day in and day out, irrespective of weather condition, day of the time, I really, on their behalf, also like to express heartfelt thanks and thanks once again. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Yadav. I am very heartened to see such a good presence from Delhi Police this time. I think you've done excellently well. So congratulations, compliments to you.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Gold in power and energy. Gujarat Energy Development Agency, JEDA, for installation of grid-connected solar rooftop system on government buildings. Mr. S.J. Haider, Principal Secretary, Climate Change Department, and Ms. Shivani Goyal, Director, JEDA.
Thank you. On behalf of Mr. Sri Haider Sahab and Shivani Sahab, myself Shilajya is receiving this award, and I am also thankful to all the participants who made the success to win this award. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations. Gold in power and energy goes to Tamil Nadu Generation and Distribution Corporation for digitalization using ERP in TNEB. Mr. Rajesh Lakhoni, Chairman cum Managing Director. Well, congratulations to you and the entire team.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. This is a great honor, winning a gold award for our hard work. And this is Venkatesh here again, Superintendent IT. We have implemented ERP. And thanks a lot once again for the entire SKOCH team. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Which ERP are you using?
SAP ERP, sir. SAP.
Okay. Congratulations. Excellent work.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Mr. S. Satyanarayana, Managing Director, Andhra Pradesh State Skill Development Corporation, Gold in Skill Development for Project Skill Development.
Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of the Government of Andhra Pradesh, we feel that it is an honor to receive an award from you. I hope this will give great fillip to the skill cascading system in the Andhra Pradesh and the youth of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Gold in Sports and Youth goes to Jammu and Kashmir Sports Council. My Youth, My Pride, Har Din Khel, Har Ek Ke Liye Khel. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Ms. Nuzhat Gul, Secretary.
Thank you so much, sir.
Congratulations.
I, on behalf of all the players and youth of J&K, express my heartfelt gratitude for the experience and the learning and the whole process through which we were introduced to lot of good things happening in the country, sir.
Congratulations, and you happen to be one of them.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. On behalf of all the youth of J&K, is sharing a heartfelt gratitude on this, sir.
Congratulations. And now, time to announce Platinum in Education. That goes to Gujarat Knowledge Society for Student Startup and Innovation Policy. Mr. S.J. Haider, Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education, and Mr. G.T. Pandya, Director, Technical Education.
So I would like to take the honors on behalf of Sri S.J. Haider, Principal Secretary, and also Director Technical Education. The Student Startup Innovation Policy actually provides funding for innovative ideas of students, which can be taken to a product and then to the market. We are facilitating this mind to market journey through ideation, support, mentoring, and also support for filing patents. So far in the last 5 years, we have funded more than 6,000 ideas and 800 patents have been created, and more than 200 successful startups have also emerged. And students have become job creators instead of job seekers. So this transition mindset to build this new India is our aim. And this revamped policy, SSIP 2.0, is having 5 times of increased layout from
I think we lost them.
Yeah, no, they are still online, but I think they've lost power. We're not able to hear them. In any case, congratulations to the entire team at Education Department. And we move on to announce the next platinum in forest, which is West Bengal Forest Department for Joint Forest Management, a People's Movement. I invite Mr. Vivek Kumar, Additional Secretary, Department of Forests, to receive it.
Thank you, SKOCH, for this honor. Last year also, West Bengal Forest Department won the Silver Award. So this year we have graduated to Platinum. My sincere thanks. I accept this award on behalf of Additional Chief Secretary, Mr. Vivek Kumar, on behalf of all the staff of the West Bengal Forest Department, my entire team, and on behalf of the 5,35,000 families who are working tirelessly for the protection of forests of West Bengal. This award will encourage all of us to work even harder. Thank you, SKOCH. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. So this brings us to the end of the announcement of SKOCH Awards for year 2022, 83rd SKOCH Summit, India Governance Forum on the State of Governance. So with due congratulations to all the winners. We bring the curtains down, but before that, if I may urge Mr. Kocher to say a few words of encouragement to all the winners, as well as those who could not make it. They can always come back contesting for the award in the next round. Mr. Kocher.
Well, congratulations. It's been quite a good learning experience for me also. Most of all, I am very happy to see the kind of focus that has been there on climate, environment, and forests. Lot of projects, including the wastewater management, so on and so forth, that actually are the need of the hour, given the kind of climate change scenario that's happening around us. The other thing that has really made me absolutely fascinated is to see the kind of work that's happening in Gujarat on education. Education is not only about, schools or building good schools, it's all about all-round development, right up to promoting research, supporting student startups, higher education, middle level education, as well as school education, and not the least school system governance itself. As a country, we have very scarce resources. So if we are able to manage our school system or education system governance well, and there I was quite fascinated to see so much of things that are happening in Gujarat. That was a learning experience for me. The other thing that I also mentioned was it's right next to us, Delhi Police. Every year we saw a lot of good work from police departments in states like Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. I am very happy to see that Delhi seems to be taking a lead and they have participated, and there's such good projects we have come across. I cannot possibly mention all the projects, but congratulations to all of you. I think each one of you has done a stellar job and you're going to make India proud.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Kocher, for being with us and encouraging everyone, including me. And may I request all of you to kindly switch on your videos so that we can take a group picture. Please switch on your videos, all of you, please. Please switch on your videos. One more time. Great. Thank you so much. And it's been a great day, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.